I mean,
He won't follow his own advice, though.
He won't follow his
Right?
advice. He's addicted to us. We're Keller's drug.
He wants to be the only fan.
You know, it's only late as usual for Snakes and Stogies. I just like to say Flippington's on time every single week.
That you are.
Fashionably late.
But
yeah,
nobody
whatever.
listened to Keller.
Yeah, don't unsubscribe. Click the bell. Click like.
Yeah.
Do it for us.
On Flippin' 10, Skylar's like the dude, the captain from Mary Poppins, but he's got a beer. He's ready. He's watching the clock with that beer. He's like, it is now 8 o'clock.
My fiance throwing us under the bus. It's 9:03.
Yeah,
just saying.
We're sucking it up. That's okay.
It's
It's also the
not-
holidays and time's a
At
construct.
the
So
5-minute
whatever.
mark.
I'm
Time's
3
not
hours
even
early.
real.
We're fine.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Joe Rosa's in the past, and he was on
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
noon there.
Yeah, I'm so mad. Whoever decided 9 o'clock was the best time, you all can fuck off.
We
Oh,
know
my
it's
name is
Phil.
Jake.
Yeah,
I lean on a
perfect.
shovel and get paid, man.
I don't lean on a shovel. I sit in my office. Thank you.
You have an
King of the
office?
castle. King of
That's
the
right.
castle. I have
better-
an office.
I moved
Shovel
up
beater
in the
days are
world.
over.
Yeah, I moved up in the world about 3 years ago. Okay, I have an office and a work truck. All
He's
right?
a shovel leading supervisor.
No, I'm an
Make sure
office.
that everyone has their hard hats.
I'm an office sitting inspector. Okay,
Cleanest orange vest in the
How can
building.
you inspect from an office?
Supervising.
I don't.
Harry, are you using a barbecue lighter to ignite your cigar?
Shut up.
Dude.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the most white trash beautiful thing I've ever seen.
To be fair, he looks like he invented fire. So it's fine.
Hey, I'm using a rock
I
as,
think he-
as
I
like
think he
an
did.
ashtray slash
I think
prop.
he
right
did
now.
Using
invent
a
fire.
rock.
A prop. There he is.
Hey,
Look at that sexy son of a bitch.
This is
Oh
the
my
prettiest
God.
one in the group
I made it.
with the most hair.
I made it.
See, I think me and Sky have the same length hair. He just has a lot more of it. So
Well, his is all
hair just-
cute and like
his hair is
his
just girthier.
His is curly. Yeah,
His beard
he's-
flex. My
he's-
barber hates me. He literally was like, "Dude, this is scary."
Oh my
Yeah.
God, cut this shit.
Oh Lord.
get Clippers.
This is
You
about to
don't
be
need
a
barber.
fucking disaster.
That's a,
His barber's like, why is your shirt off?
Valentine asked if we had to fix each other's beards before starting.
Yeah,
Keller
we
said
all-
we had to give each other good luck kisses before we got started.
I must have been
Obviously.
late to that party.
Me and Smitty are the only ones close enough for good luck kisses.
so Nate and my fiance are ganging up against us. He says 3 minutes can be the difference between life and a slightly less convenient life. Anna Maria says no respect for our time.
Jeez. It's
Oh,
the day after
Lord.
Christmas, people.
It is. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Hanukkah to everyone.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Shalom, shalom.
Christmas. And Smitty, you want to take us in with some sponsors?
Hey, it's the last show of 2024. But as always, the show and all the other shows on the Herpetoculture Network are brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Check them out. Facebook, Instagram. You need a rack, you need a cage. Black Box is all the rage. Use the code THN24 at checkout. And then you can save even more if you live within a reasonable distance of North Georgia. You can get on a Black Box and pick up your stuff instead of having it shipped. Save some more money. Pretty much anything you could need as far as racks or cages go for just about anything. Jake and I will be getting that video going over the different racks knocked out as soon as we're freed up and he's got all that.
That's gonna have to wait until cooling is over for me.
Nerd.
So all the racks are up and running, but 2 of them are in the garage currently. So
Well, it will happen.
it'll happen. It's
whenever
just gonna have to.
Yes. We're on Jake's time for that one.
Yep. I run this shit.
So please check them out. Give them a follow on all the socials. Message them if you have any questions. And then fulviusapparel.com. Use that code THN at checkout. Get not THN24. THN. Get 15% off your order. It's the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. I am struggling. It's been so long since we've done this.
That toolbox did a number on him.
That Toolbox did do a number on
He's
it.
still concussed.
He's got the fun. He's got the fun kind of CTE.
Yeah. Making more whimsical.
God damn it.
Shirts, hats. I'm going to be adding some stuff here as we get into probably the first week of January. What else? A lot of stuff going on. Cold-blooded caffeine, best coffee around. That Snakes and Stogies blend, Rwanda, Mexico together in one bag. Smoke.
Whoa.
I don't know what that was.
Whoa.
That was
Yeah.
Rwanda and
Promo
Mexico
code is
mixed
smoke.
together.
Oh,
Let's not do that.
or let's all do it at the same
Here
time.
we are.
That should be our
Year-
sign off.
Oh my god.
What is this? There's a black box cage in that group of cages that I just got.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Keller did pick some, so very nice.
At least you know they're relatively new.
let's-
Or that one is.
let's cancel first 10 minutes. Yeah.
That's always a goal.
How's everybody doing? What are we smoking this evening for those that are?
Number 9.
Liga Privada number 9, Harry.
See.
I've got a Montecristo from Cuba. The most unimpressive band ever, but we're in business. Smitty.
I got my 3 milli sugar gliders over here.
Oh,
There you
3
go.
milli sugar gliders.
That's right.
I got my banana. I got my banana dulce.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we classy up in this bitch.
Actually,
I got
I do have some Snakes and Stogies signature cigars
Oh,
for fucking Daytona
do?
right here.
Excellent.
You better go fire that thing up in the yard right now.
Yeah.
Drag
might
all
have
your
to-
shit. Drag all your shit out there.
Smoking
Do
in
it.
the house.
My
B-man.
laptop was about to die. As soon as it charges up a minute, I'll pop out there and light it up.
Or just be a man and light it up in your room. Who cares?
Might as well, right?
Fuck
Fuck the
them
house,
snakes.
fuck the animals, fuck the rent, fuck
Doesn't
everything.
matter.
It's the end of the year. You don't improve
Yeah.
yourself and your habits until the start of the year.
Yeah.
Smoke inside.
I mean, God forbid he just uses his cell phone and hops in with another screen, but that just makes sense.
No.
Oh yeah. I could do that.
Shun this man.
Valentine brings up a good point. He says, "Get Keller on this panel. What the fuck is going on? He's in the chat.
Past
He
Keller's
can get him.
bedtime. He's going to go to sleep any minute now.
But if he can stay up and talk shit.
But he was
He's a senior
Yeah, but he's
citizen.
doing
Leave
it
him
in his
alone.
pajamas right now.
I'm game. Send Keller the link. Fuck it. YOLO.
he's not gonna come on.
He won't
He's
do
not
it.
gonna come on.
He won't come on. He's too scared.
Smitty, you are smoking a cigar?
I am. I've been eyeballing these Casa Fuentes for a couple of weeks now, and finally decided to get my hands on one.
Excellent.
And I've got a
Excellent.
handful of round twos on deck. So excited to try it.
And is anyone else indulging in an adult vice?
I'm
Oh,
also
I've got,
drinking.
like, 6 gallons of Miller Lite on deck right now for this podcast.
Double fisting, Modelo,
I got
energy drinks.
Oh, that's
my God.
horrible.
Good for you.
Oh,
I got
Is
all
this
God.
is this where we had the whole Especial and Negra conversation from earlier?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's either that
Okay.
or we turn this into a intervention. I don't know because that's like we're all here. I mean,
Is this like a
it's
like a
gonna be a funeral by the end of it. Jesus Christ.
is
It's
the
just a
bang of
DIY for local.
think of the ratings,
Yeah,
Jake.
yeah.
DIY.
Young people can handle that shit.
So is the bang
Keller.
a palate cleanser?
Keller, you
Yeah,
realize that this
on
is a
this-
live chat on YouTube. You're literally on a list now, my friend. Joe is underage and he's a cute boy. They know about him.
Oh my
Shit, what did I just
god.
miss in the chat?
Don't
Wait. Joe's underage?
No,
Under what?
underage.
For Keller.
Everybody's
I
underage.
I
for
don't
Keller.
know him.
Jesus.
I've never met him. We haven't touched each other in West Palm Beach. What?
I'm like dreading Daytona.
Oh,
No, you're
Jesus.
not. You're so excited. I know you are.
Virgin blood
Crossing
there,
off the
Serge.
page.
Oh, this is
Dude,
gonna be
every
good.
single one of us needs to grab Nisarg's ass on cue.
Y'all
He
have fun.
hesitated on that ass.
Everyone will have each of them by a limb. We'll just have him fucking
Dude, we're just gonna
levitated
pick
full
'em
on.
up.
Drawn and quartered. What the hell? Like,
what was that toy from the 90s, Stretch Armstrong or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, this poor guy, it's going to be more like the end of Braveheart when they've just got him between the horses.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
drawn and
And then
quartered.
Keller's
man.
going to be in the middle with his fist up his ass.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, see, when we get demonetized this time, it actually wasn't my fault for once.
That's
That was
true.
right at
That's
10
true.
minutes, bro.
Nice. 10 minutes. Jesus.
waited.
Well, everyone had a good holiday extravaganza.
Sure.
I've
Yeah.
been running off.
Don't convince us, Jake.
I've been running
It
off
was
ham,
fine.
cookie dough, and liquor for like what seems like a week. I don't know how I'm doing it.
Nice.
You mean that's not the normal American diet?
I mean, I look great. I feel great. Whatever.
I mean, you're south of the Mason-Dixon, baby.
I look great. I feel great.
Oh God.
Keller said, "Just hold him till I get there."
Nice.
Nate said, "Come for the herb, stay for the sus comments."
Sounds about right.
That's awesome.
Did anyone get any Christmas holiday pickups?
I did right before Christmas.
All right, that counts. Where'd you want to pick it up?
I picked up probably my favorite pickups of all time.
Really?
Yes,
guess
yes.
what
It's a
they
bold statement. Yeah.
It is a very
And
bold
in
statement.
4 hours, he'll tell us what they are. Sorry,
Oh, God.
Shut up, Joe. Who even invited you?
you again.
No, I picked up 2 new localities of Eastern Milks, and I got my first pair of locality Mole Kings.
Wow.
So,
Fucking sweet.
Jealous as
What's
shit
the
of those
locality?
The Milks are Wilkes County in Allegheny, North Carolina. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Somebody can correct me.
Allegheny.
So that makes 3 localities of Eastern Milks here. I've got Ash, Wilkes, and Allegheny, and then the Mole Kings are Moore County, North Carolina.
Nice.
Very cool.
That's cool.
So
Now,
I'm
are the
so stoked about the Mole Kings.
Are the Mole Kings the darker, more milk chocolate brown with saddles, or are they more lighter, like almost like our shirts?
They're the Mole Kings?
Yeah.
They're more red and orange.
Yeah, they're fucking red, dude.
yeah.
Oh man,
they're
Sweet.
They're red as
Smart
shit.
as stuff.
They're like cardboard and blood colored.
Yeah,
Like,
they look nothing like the South Florida moles.
How are they? I know the ones I had earlier this year. They were
I
just.
don't know
like,
why that was my
feisty.
example.
No, mine were fine. They haven't been nippy. One of them only eats live, and sure enough, he wouldn't eat a frozen thawed for me the other day. So we got to work on that. But they all ate frozen, all the milks, and then one of the moles all ate frozen thawed first time, and we got to work on the male mole to get eating some frozen. But we'll get there. They're so fucking small though, dude. Oh my god, it stresses me out. They're so tiny. But
Just
Hey,
wait
bro,
till
they
you
look
get.
pretty big to me, bro.
Nice.
I mean, in retrospect, they're huge. But you know, it's-
Jake, are they
know.
small like those temporalis where you have to like split the back of the fucking pinkies heads like I was having to do for a
they
while?
were they're slightly bigger, so they might be as long as the temporalis you got, but they're a little chunkier,
Okay.
little rounder, maybe a
Okay.
little longer. They can definitely. The
Scoopier?
guy told me they were all eating pinkies, like whole pinkies.
Oh, damn.
So at least there's that. But man, their heads are so tiny, and you feed them a pinky, and you're like, there's no way. There's no way. And then they have this massive bulge, and I'm like, well, I guess we got it. You know,
Yeah.
I can't watch them eat it though, because it freaks me out. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, I haven't
Looks like
watched the
they're gonna
house
split
snakes
the
eat, and
side.
it's the same thing where I'm afraid that they're just gonna like
Yeah.
tear at the seams or something, man, because they look like
Yeah.
they're gonna freaking bust.
They do it
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, they get it done. It's surprising what they can take. It's just they've got these tiny little heads, man, compared to their bodies, and so. But they all got them down, other than that one male mole. So hopefully he can get going, because I don't really have access to day old live pinkies. So
Looks like you got to set up a 10-gallon tank in your room, my friend.
I really don't want to do that.
If only
Right.
you knew somebody that bred mice.
That's the thing. What am I going to have you go over there every day and look for day old pinkies?
Oh,
You could go over there.
Can you
Or-
do that for
Yeah,
me?
it's not like you don't know his parents. Just ask them, hey, can I come over, after work or whatever and look?
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. Why does he got to do it?
Well, I guess just tell me when one's grabbing,
well,
and I'll
fuck
go
Jake.
over there every afternoon. Shut up.
Go fight the
Oh,
raccoon to get in.
I'll
they
wait
have
till
to
one
be
of-
live. Like they won't.
I
do-
mean, he does not eating. He won't eat frozen thawed. I have micro pinkies on the way from Lane Labs.
I
So
need to do that.
I'm hoping he just switches over, but I don't know. I might have to resort to a day old live, but they got to be small, dude. I mean, these things are freaking
Yeah.
tiny.
Do you think if you flash boiled one, it would be enough of a difference to where he would be like, "Holy shit,
I'm gonna
to eat
try.
that."
Yeah,
Do
I
I'm
was
that,
gonna
man. You
try.
might just like,
well boiling
dude.
work.
It's amazing what random boiled shit will do for like stuff that
Yeah.
wants to be finicky. Like
It really is amazing.
even
And
if it's stuff that just like eats good and then just quits for whatever reason, just like I'm gonna
I
boil one.
I think I'm gonna
Knock
get
him out
him
a
to
lot of times.
go. I think I'm gonna get him to go because I almost got him to commit from hand feeding. So with baby rat snakes, and a good way to get them going is to actually hold the snake in your hand and tease it. And for some reason, a lot of times they'll eat. That's how I have to feed my Deckerts right now. And it worked on one of the milks that didn't want to take off the ground. And then for the mole, I got him to take it and he grabbed it and they like chew really hard. It's weird. Like they grab it and they like clinch down on it. It's so weird because the milks did it too. But he was doing that and he worked down through the head of that pinky. And I was trying to sit as still as possible. And he just ended up flinging it. And I was like, well, okay. Well, so.
You should try. I tried with mine just because for my Scarlet Kings, I had to buy like a tray of chicken hearts,
Yeah.
and I didn't want them to go to waste, so I cut up slivers of them, and my Mole Kings ate those.
Really?
They ate those right up.
Nice.
Okay, I'll try that. I just hate doing live, and it's a pain. It's a pain to get like day old live, dude. So,
Yeah.
Especially with Smitty being 30 minutes from my house. But
Yeah. I'm
We'll work it out.
lucky. I get live whenever I want because I'm so close to underground, and
yeah,
I just decided to switch over some stuff to rat pinks. So I got live rat pinks because everything loves a live rat pink. And I left them in with a bunch of live fuzzies to kind of do some cross scenting. And half of the snakes took the rat pink. The other half, I think it was just too big of a prey item.
yeah.
So I'm gonna have to hold off on a couple of them. But could
Phil,
always try.
I'm sending you pictures of the moles right now just for funsies because
Excellent.
they're cool.
Send it in the bros chat so we can, if we want to throw it on screen, we can.
I mean, we can do that.
Or you have master
I get-
control.
yeah,
you can
I
pull it up
have-
yourself. Yeah.
I have access. I just don't like doing present too early because who knows?
Yeah, of
what's
course. Of
thing.
course.
So I'll just send them to the chat.
Yeah.
'Cause
Don't be scared.
I am scared, dude. I've messed that up too many times.
Don't send a selfie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So
when-
go ahead,
Oh,
Joe.
go ahead, Phil. Okay. Bronx, when you're doing that hand feeding, how long do you have to keep like how far down do they need to get that mouse before
Pretty
you're
much
okay with it to
until
go?
the entire thing is past their head.
Mhm.
I usually let them finish it because I've had snakes be all the way down and I go and move and they're like, what? Well, you know, so
Yeah.
I'm like, well, so I usually just let them finish and then go back in. With rat snakes, I haven't had to do it much, but it works on a lot of the finickier stuff, like
Nailed
the Deckerts. It works really well with the Deckerts because they don't want to drop feed. But that it worked on one of the milks, and hand feeding is weird, man. It works on a lot of stuff. So that's something I learned from Montross. He told me.
I've tried it with some rhinos and never really got any results from it.
I think
'Cause
I
it
would take
makes
that
it-
over. Sorry.
No, go ahead,
I
Harry.
was going to say, I think I would take that over like the on beat or something and it taking it, and you just have to stand there,
Oh yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, so
for like
I
30
prep
damn
for
minutes.
it. I prep for it and I sit in my chair because I know I'm gonna have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. So I sit in my chair and I just sit there until they take it, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Look at you being smart. I'm sitting
Yeah.
there like
I've had to
hurting
do
myself
it.
over
I have to do it every week with the Deckers.
Standing
so,
like an idiot.
yeah,
I think that's what I miss about keeping colubrids now that I keep mainly constrictors,
Yeah.
large constrictors. You can't really do that too much.
No,
I just got
no.
nailed by my retic when I was like feeding it earlier today. I was like on the phone with my mom, and then I'll share it with some random cussing.
yeah. No, it's a hard. one.
I've done it with baby yellowtail crebos, and you give the first third out of your hand, and then you have the tongue and you're feeding them and you're teasing them, and they just get all pissed off and they bite it, and then I would just like open my hand, and they would do the backup thing, they retreat, but I
Gotta
would just
go
hold, and then would just hold both hands open, and they would just get it down as much as possible, and then I could just place them back in the tub. So, but I've never actually done it with something like a rat snake or a milk snake. I imagine it would be not as I imagine it would be more flighty.
Yeah, well, Cribos also eat a lot faster too.
Oh, for sure.
Like
For
they
sure.
just inhale it. Some of the rat snakes, even those, the biggest baby rat snakes, a pinky is pretty big to them, so it takes them a minute. But the idea is with the hand feeding is they can't run away because a lot of times you're trying to tongue feed in the enclosure and they have too much room to just go wherever they want. So this puts them more on the defense. And then once they're more on the defense, they'll strike, grab, and then you just kind of sit still. And they're like, oh, I guess I'll eat this. And yeah,
Yeah,
it works.
It's good. It's good. Anybody else get any pickups?
I'm getting a group of 2.2 true constrictors. The two males are Guyana from Mike Eckert's line, and then year-old Suriname, and then a 2024 Suriname coming in. So pretty stoked.
Hell
on
yeah.
them again.
Talk to me, daddy.
fucking
Oh
The
my
Surinoms
god.
are my favorite red tails.
I'm trying to get Harry to jump back in and get some more.
Oh, dude,
reality ones.
it's happening.
You won't have to talk them into it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I just tell me there's a lot of
I
convincing.
started this shit with boas, decades ago, man, and I'm now realizing that like I need more boas.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I really want to get like an Iquitos line locality, but compared to in 2012 when they were just a few $100s, and now they're like $1,500 to $2,500. They're just one of these days I'd just love to get one of those. But for now, I love those Guyana and Suriname. Still don't really know what the differentiation between those two are because there's no natural boundaries between the two countries where they're really collected from. So, but I'll just call them whatever I get them under as.
Jumping back into boas after years and years and years of paying zero attention to boas has been a real eye opener as far as the price of everything, really. But it's,
And the genetics too, because we were talking about the genetics, and I had
we were
no
talking
idea.
about that.
It was like hypos and pythons, and even Cluebirds works as a recessive trait, but apparently that's not the case in boas. It's you have as far as I know, I could be completely wrong, but they were oh, it's just codom and you form a super and everything, and I'm just I don't understand any of this stuff.
I'm with
Well,
Valentine.
you have that weird wishy-washy area of T positive and hypo that you have in everything else in boas as well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird shit.
Very cool. Well, I didn't get any new animals, but I just got in the mail. So those of you listening and you gentlemen on the screen as well know that Cloud Forest Design makes really cool vivarium and enclosure labels that has a map and some fun facts about the animal. It's got a really great picture, and he does some seasonal stuff like Halloween labels and Christmas labels. He does really, really cool metal signs for zoos and bigger enclosures and bigger displays. So a few years back, I helped him do venomous labels with the appropriate antivenom, or a few appropriate antivenoms for each species of that label. And we tried to cover every single venomous label he made. It was a lot of them, but he didn't have any scorpion ones. So I reached out to Matt and I was like, hey, I want to get some scorpion labels made. So I finally got them in the mail. Unfortunately, they're not in front of me, but I had pictures of it.
Tease.
So,
Dope.
Oh hell yeah!
So it has the map. It says danger venomous scorpion. It has the common name, the scientific name, and then we put the antivenoms at the bottom just in case. So there's only a couple species up right now, but if you have some more spicy scorpions, definitely check out Cloud Forest Design. Shout out to Matt. He does a great job.
That's dope.
That's really
I've always
cool.
been a big fan of those labels, man.
Yeah, dude. They're nice.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
All right. Anybody else? Anything new?
I didn't get any animals, but I got a couple pretty amazing things for Christmas this year. One for my herp kit is I got a new light.
Nice.
Hell yeah!
It's got a black light on it. And
Hell
it's a
yeah.
regular 3-level hand torch, so now I can go and dick around for scorpions. But the best pickup I got is I actually got a Snake Cleaning Day Chris Payne shop action figure.
Really?
What? Oh my god.
That's amazing. He's not even here to defend himself.
That's sick.
That is fantastic.
So that's the new little buddy there.
I hope
love
you
it.
I hope you know, Joe, this still sits on my
Bebop.
desk. My 80s
As it
Bebop.
should. That needs to be in the background, bro.
That was legitimately
So far away.
prank gifts we got that we
Dude.
orchestrated.
Do you want to talk about the confusion that came over me, dude? Like, because it had my name on it, and I had no idea what it was until I read it, and then everything clicked. I was like, "Oh my god,
This
You're like,
bastard.
I'm an
God,
idiot.
are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, oh
Oh,
my god. But yeah, it still
I'm
stays on my
genuinely
desk.
proud of myself for that.
Yeah, that was good. It stays on my desk. A reminder of how much of a fucking idiot I am.
Be popping around.
Yeah,
Oh god, I love that thing.
yeah, it's solid. That was solid.
Yeah, I didn't have any new pickups here. Some books that I was gifted from I got a book from a coworker, like Herp Books. Originally, it was printed in like the 40s, but she got me an edition that was printed in the 60s. It's like the third or fourth edition of it. So we'll have to do a book club episode there. And then Katie picked me up one. It's like Field Herping in the Carolinas by the guy that owns that booth at Daytona. I guess he wrote this book, but he signed it for me as well.
Nice.
So
Oh,
other
yeah.
than that,
It's super cool.
I didn't get any herp related stuff, but while shopping, I found the that new Salamanders of the Eastern United States.
Did you really?
book, the Whit Gibbons, Larry Wilson, and Joe Mitchell book. Yeah, found it at a local Books Million and
Really?
gifted it to myself for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, I know.
Treat
I've been-
yourself.
I was really surprised. I've been
You
really
chose
lucky to
self.
find a lot of cool stuff locally like that. But
we just got a Books a Million, and the nature section sucks.
it,
Yeah,
given-
I was just in there. I was just in there shopping for my
Bunch of
my
Harry
girl.
Potter shit.
I was just
I
in
bought a
there.
shitload of fairy smut while I was there too. But I also
My
got,
man.
got a salamander book too so to even things out a little bit.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah.
I went Christmas shopping there for Kayla, and my God, I didn't know books could add up so quickly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ!
It's glorious. Embrace it.
Yeah.
It's glorious and waste the knowledge.
Got so many books. I also needed to buy a bookshelf. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That'll
black
happen.
box
that.
bookshelf.
Oh my God. They should make us bookshelves.
right. Black
Oh
box.
my
God.
I just-
God.
I wonder
I
if they
just
have
want
like
just another
drops
rack.
off the PVC that they could. make
Dude, how
bookshelves
cool
out of.
would that be where each shelf is a small cube? That would be so
Oh,
cool.
dude, what you could do though, like, so say they built the snake racks and then just put like small slots to put books in the racks. Like,
That
just
would be
to-
cool,
just to, like lay them flat. That'd be
Fire
fucking
Marshal Bill says no.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Mm.
sick. Damn it.
Just do ambient
I wanna
your snake.
get
is
into
fine.
the-
I keep my books at ambient so I don't burn my.
I keep my books in me.
Damn
to
it.
get to
Wait.
our highlights of the year.
Yeah, let's jump in.
Highlights. So I was originally going to do like highlights and then sort of like low lights, I guess, but we'll do just both, like high points for the year, any low points for the year if they exist. You know, that kind of thing. So we can start with Sky and work our way up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Great.
At least he'll
It's not
be
like that.
I would say high for the year. There was definitely tons of highs for the year, honestly. Tons of cool moments with the flipping tin and herping with the boys and stuff throughout the year, and just seeing as many homies as possible, seeing Harry, seeing Phil, seeing Justin multiple times, meeting Rosa finally.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, freaking, that was all sick.
I'll just go fuck myself, I guess. But
You're like a given, obviously.
What are you talking about?
just kidding.
It goes without saying.
If you want to hear me freaking glaze Jake, go listen to the last Flippin' 10 podcast. Where we talked about all of our highlights of the year.
That was
I would say like for the collection, hatching out the Barons was definitely the highlight of the year. Low point. I won't go into details, but I lost like one of my most possession prized animals that fucking wrecked me since like the beginning of November. It's kind of just been why I've been depressed the past 2 months, but that's been my low point of the year. And yeah, 2025.
Damn.
Hell yeah,
Harold.
man. Hell yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I had a kid, so that was a big high point. Not herp related, but
You did have a kid this year.
It is herp related. You have made another herper.
Yeah, you made
I
another
have.
herper.
You have produced.
have.
You are a proven breeder,
She's
and you have
Got an
produced a
awesome
herper.
rhino rat before she was even born.
yeah, she's already a rhino rat elitist. She doesn't even know what they are yet.
She's a
Definitely-
Mustang
Some of the herping trips, just like when you guys came down, that was freaking awesome. And after missing last Daytona, getting to go this year and actually, tear it up a little bit with you guys was nice. It was nice, and it was definitely compounded from not being able to make it the last year. So it was nice. Low point. Well, I don't know, man. It's been a good year, man. Like I didn't get as much herping in the second half because I'm raising a small baby, and it's kind of hard to flip 10 one-handed, but it's been a great year, man.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to, and I'm drawing a blank, man. We're going up.
It's a good year.
So yeah.
Phil, are we just gonna?
Yeah, we can do that.
We're going up.
Going
yeah,
up.
going up. Moving on up. I think not to get cliche and sappy, but definitely getting to experience Daytona once again. All of our friends doing these shows with you guys. I'm sure Smitty and Nisa are going to say this, but like watching arachnoboards turn on and become a thing and being a little part of that, I really appreciate that. Venom Exchange Radio had some great guests. I got to chat with Steven Spalls, which is just
Awesome.
crazy. And actually, my soon-to-be mother-in-law purchased for me for Christmas his most recent revision of Amphibians and Reptiles of East Africa, which is a tome. And just knowing that, like, I got to talk with him and we're Facebook friends, and like that's a really big highlight. And just keep on keeping on with you fine folks and our listeners and our friends and our families that are all part of this community. And it's just a great time, and my beautiful fiance, Anna Maria, who I love dearly and has been very understanding to my reptile addiction, and then expanded her own collection and now has lizards in the mix. It's just good, man. It's just been a great year for reptiles. And excuse me, low point. I'll full disclosure, the Stiletto Snake project had come to an end. It was a fun almost 4 years, but they didn't make it, and I couldn't hack it. So I really feel like that particular 2 species I was working with was just tough, man. And there's a reason why nobody keeps them in captivity. So I'm not abandoning the Dirt Snake Mafia by any means necessary, but I'm definitely going to focus on different species in the future, whichever ones I can procure that I think will be better suited for captivity. So
I think you had a better run than 97% of people would.
I appreciate that.
Most circumstances.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
you
that.
got successful videos of that meeting and stuff. So didn't you
Yeah,
get
man.
that meeting video or a video
yeah.
of them eating a pinky?
Multiple. I got multiple videos of them eating pinkies and actually like hunting pinkies, ambushing pinkies, and then tons of observation videos of going into shed, actually shedding, drinking, which is crazy. Like I don't know anybody that's ever seen them drink other than a couple people that keep them in captivity in the States. And just the observation, I took crazy notes, man. It was the first time I've ever really taken notes on a group of animals. And some of it was stupid. Like I changed the water bowl, and other ones it was please see video for reference because it's just so much amazingness that I couldn't write it down. I just like I put a link in my notes to the video. So, but yeah, man, it was a wild ride. It's been a good year. Sean asked, do I regret moving the Outer Banks king snakes? Not in the least bit, because they're still one of, if not my favorite king snake, and their new owner is a fantastic brother of mine.
I don't regret him moving them. And they're a lot of fun. One of them just shed. I need to take pictures.
Yeah.
Phil said he was getting into Mexicana, so he needed to move them.
No, definitely not. I would love to, but definitely not. Oh, no.
Sarg?
Yeah, so I guess some of my high points were getting back into larger constrictors. There's something I got into the hobby with, and yeah, I'm just happy to have them back. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all other like species or families of snakes, but large constrictors have kind of my heart. They're what I started with, and I'm glad to have them back. Also, getting arachnid started up. I'm absolutely floored that people actually want to hear me talk about tarantulas, especially with Justin, or Justin putting up with me talking about that. I think that's great, and connecting with other like-minded people like Phil. Hopefully we could get Jay onto the tarantula train.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, also
You
connecting
just paint
with
his
you
feet.
Also connecting with you guys. I mean, like, it's wild how like a little like a year and a half ago I was just listening to your guys as like all of THN's podcasts and everything. I'm like, oh, these guys are really chill and everything. It'd be dope to like connect one day and just to like be a part of your community too. I mean, like, that's really, I think that's really great, especially coming from where I didn't really have many herp friends to begin with. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. Also herping and finding Thamnophis in a couple other states, branching out within the United States, trying to knock as many species as I can out of the way, Thamnophis wise. And yeah, those are my highlights. And I'd say my low points are, well, my main low point is having to get out of the hobby in the beginning. Well, get rid of my animals in close to the beginning of the year. That kind of sucked. It was my first time really diving into a lot of the colubrids. Jake's enthusiasm really rubbed off on me, especially with the rat snake, the low-calorie rat snakes. So I really like them. Same thing with the king snakes, Lamprobaldus. They're great. I really want to get into them. I know I've been talking to Jake that I want to get into Pituophis again, which I definitely will this coming year. Waiting for him and Chris to produce some again, and I'll snatch them up. But yeah, I think those are the main highs and lows for me.
Hell yeah.
Smitty?
Oh, I mean, I agree. Definitely, high point is sort of getting back into arachnids, even if it's in a fairly limited capacity. Starting the podcast with Sir helps a lot. Sort of help scratch that itch a bit. So I'm glad that we made that happen. Breeding rhinos again, producing rhinos again was definitely a high point. Trying for more chondros currently. We'll see how that goes. Those two that I have together, they've been cuddled up pretty much constantly for the last week or two, like full time. Like rarely see them separated at this point, but no confirmed locks yet. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, breeding rhinos again. It's always awesome. I know I was gonna really try and get the Jansen eye nailed down this year, but that didn't happen. But planning to take a major break from corns and breeding those this coming season to focus more on the Jansen eye, like I'd originally planned. So hopefully that'll transpire. And low point was, I mean, I'm sure it seemed fairly obvious, but I was dealing with some pretty severe levels of burnout for the last 3 months or so. It was just really tough to muster up the energy to get stuff done. I don't know. That was It always happens sort of at the end of the year. I've noticed with me, the last couple of years in particular, it's like November rolls around and I'm just like, it's like I see the finish line sort of on the horizon, and I'm just at that point struggling to keep going just to cross it. So I don't know, maybe we'll have to figure something out for next year to where I can mentally plan for that a little better and find some sort of workaround. But other than that, it's been a good year. We didn't have any major catastrophes or anything, and everyone's been healthy and happy and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's can't ask for much more than that. But
Hell yeah.
Jake,
Rosa.
Rosa.
Oh, I guess I'm on the bottom.
I figured
We're
Uh,
going.
Huge. I have two major highlights for me. Daytona, obviously. Like, it was. I can't really explain it. I actually got choked up the other day trying to explain what it meant, and like just the boost that it gave me. Because I hadn't really hit burnout, but I had hit like, I'm doing this, but I'm the only one. My family likes it, but it's not their thing.
Right.
And
it's enjoyment by proxy.
right.
Yeah.
And I don't have many of us here. So actually getting that and just, a love fest full of some really great animals. We got to see some really cool shit there, in addition to, hanging out gazebo time. And that was just a really nice like reset in life in general, because like burnout from work and all this other stuff, and just going having 4 days, however long we were there, it's fucking beautiful. And then pretty great camping trips with the family, and I got a couple lifers while I was out. I have to count them because my family actually found them, but it's the first time I've seen them, so I'm fucking counting.
Yeah,
Still
for
counts.
sure.
You were there, it counts.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But then another one that kind of got me really excited is my kid's birthday came up, and this is the first time that she's really had her birthday during the summer. Normally we would have it in, we have her birthday party in May, because her birthday's in the summer. None of her friends are around because everybody's on summer vacation.
Right.
Sure.
This time her school starts before her birthday now, and she decided she wanted to have it at my parents' house, and have the one of our local pet shops also does reptile education and parties and events and stuff, and the kid wanted them to come out and just bring as many animals as possible. They love my kid. I have a good working relationship with them to begin with. They came out, they brought all kinds of great animals, and just getting to watch a giant group of kids actually be excited, and then getting to watch my mom kind of reconnect with just animals in general, and remember, like, my mom loves lizards especially, but like, she used to have a box turtle named Lucy for a while, and she loves snakes and everything, and watching mom walk around with a fucking Macklot's python on her shoulders, just stoked, and then looking over and the kid's got a Texas rat snake just kind of like hanging out, and it was just, that was a really good day.
That's great, man.
Lows would have been, that couple week period of having to move all the animals out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that genuinely fucking sucked. There's positive outcome to it, but like, that couple weeks was miserable, not really knowing what I was going to do within the hobby and things like that. Right when I'm on the cusp of kind of like planning on spending the next year really gearing up and getting things a little bit more progressed, get the website up and go start vending shows and things like that, and then just get kicked in the teeth right then. But I forgot the other highlight tied into Daytona, getting to meet my probably cousin Danny, who's probably somewhere in the chat still. I just had to shout her out because she was in there. But yeah, that's everything else is just kind of middle ground and up and down, but like, highlights, you guys, and that party, and then the low lights is luckily something I can overcome.
Yeah. Learning
100%.
experiences.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jacob.
Well, I
Here we
guess that
go.
leaves me. Oh my God. Wow. I'll start with
How many
the lows.
animals did you get this year?
I don't even know.
Notice how, like, just like last year, I'm the one that's not even roast, like not even in the corners roasting and helping the roasters roast you more. Like, no, it's okay.
You've backed up a ton because everybody else makes up for it. No, I'll start with the lows because there really aren't many. One of the kick in the teeth this year was my albino pine slugging out and then her being egg bound for way too long. That was very stressful, but slug clutches happened and she is alive and does not have eggs in her. So
Yeah.
all ended up okay. And then found a lot of dead snakes this year. So that's always a downer, road cruising and such. But it's part of being a herper. Other than that, didn't have any losses this year for the most part. A couple babies rolled on me, shortly after hatching. But other than that, man, this has genuinely been one of the best years ever for me, honestly. As far as highlights go, I mean, one of the biggest one for me was starting Flippin' Tin with Sky. We genuinely enjoy that so much, and it really, pushed us to herp more and herp as much as we can. So that was fun. My favorite trip of the year was to South Florida with Sky and meeting up with Phil.
Yeah.
That was freaking legendary, dude. We had so much fun on that trip.
Legit
much
rocket
fun.
run.
Yeah, that was a rocket run of all rocket runs, man. Between getting destroyed by mosquitoes and flooding a motel bathroom and getting no sleep, and
There's a lot of lifers though.
There was a lot of lifers.
A lot of
there.
lifers on that trip.
A lot of lifers. So got my South Florida burn before Phil did. So that's
Yep.
cool.
Rub it in
Still
his
don't have
fucking
one.
face.
Look, man, I
You
take
fucking
pride in
dick.
having never. I take pride in having never found.
It's
one.
probably a good thing, honestly.
Yeah, right.
I take pride and never found one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was definitely probably my favorite trip of the year. Daytona obviously was amazing. Seeing so many people for the first time. Rosa, glad you were able to make it. I was so excited to meet you. Meeting Sanchez and
I wanted to jump in real quick when
you're
Joe
good.
was talking about Daytona. Like, I remember vividly walking into the gazebo the first night we're all hanging out, and I hear his voice, and I turn and I look, and he turns and looks, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and we both go. And then there was no verbal communication.
No,
it was just
the hug.
just hug, and like, oh my god, you're a tactile human being.
That was
Dude,
fucking
Rosa
great.
met me at the door when I was walking out toward the gazebo. Like I opened the door and was like, here, this must be the gazebo. Oh, and he was like, whoa. He was like, are you right there?
That's it, man. That's
Like,
it.
yes. I
Yeah.
needed that because
Sorry.
I'd been in a car with a fussy ass baby for like 5.5 hours on a 4-hour trip to Daytona.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going, Jake. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was definitely. I mean, that's my favorite weekend every year, man. I mean, so I consider that my actual vacation. Like, we go out of town a lot for herping, and to me, that's just
It's
kind
all
of getting.
business.
That's all business, man. You're go the whole time. But Daytona,
Fucking Brandon.
even some buddies went herping, and I was like, no, I think I'm just chill. Like, this is my weekend. I'm not focused on herping. I'm just sit on my ass and drink and have a good weekend.
Yeah, man.
So that was awesome.
That's the two places I want to be: is the show and the gazebo. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. So it's all I care about.
not a
And
one.
then, yep. And then added several new localities. Got into Lamprey-Peltis, unfortunately, this year.
Shut your mouth, boy. You love it.
I do. Produced Pituophis for the first time. That was fun. On top of the slug clutch I had, I got a good clutch. Produced some Brewster County gopher snakes. Those have been the biggest thorn in my fucking side ever, but we're working through it. And then I had my biggest breeding season this year as far as babies go. So it's all been good, man. It's all good stuff. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Finally got to herp with Harry. That was fantastic with
Yeah.
Sky and
That was a
and
good
Smitty
time.
here.
Can't wait to get
We're
back
gonna-
down that way, man.
We're gonna plan it better
Dude.
next time to where it's not 60 degrees in the middle of the day.
Maybe you'll see a live pig.
Maybe.
Not
Maybe.
fresh and fit.
I haven't
one that's
seen
literally
many
taking
since.
last
I don't
breath.
know. Better hurry up.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Uh,
excited, man. Next year, yeah, y'all need to come down. Maybe like a week. It could have been earlier or later. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like mid
Those
80s.
weird windows.
The 2 weeks on either side of when y'all came down, and I was like, great.
We got to plan it better more late April, early May instead of trying to, because if you plan it right, it'll be perfect. But if you miss it, it's horrible. So
Or if you just don't plan it and ruin the rest of your life and
yeah,
just go, baby.
just wait for a weekend that it's warm or just blast over.
Like, come
I,
on.
I definitely want to come down next year and go
Oh,
herping with
man.
you guys.
Come on, dude. You've already been here. You-
On the on with one stipulation, Harry can't pick up any Thamnophis. I'm terrified of what's going to happen to him after.
No, I'm gonna melt.
He's already
I'm gonna
sensitized.
fucking melt like sugar in the rain, dude.
He almost lost his dog thumb, dude. We couldn't have that.
My dew claw.
Your Duke.
Fucking Duke.
Yeah,
Dude, that was
But-
like 100 feet from where I'm sitting right now. That was in like a trash
that
pile.
was wild. That was wild. But yeah, man. I mean, this year was awesome. Ton of lifers herping, state and in general. Lifer green water snake, that was a big one. With the boys in South Florida. Lifer
Dude,
rainbow
cottonmouth
snakes.
eating.
Yeah, lifer rainbow snakes, that was probably my highlight of the whole year as far as
pretty cool.
herping goes. Those were
I
Those
think
were
seeing
sick.
those gopher tortoises and when we were
that was big.
ANF was probably the highlight for me, just because
Yeah.
those are so cool. I didn't have the appreciation for them. I did until I saw them, and then I was like, okay.
Then you got your lifer South Carolina this year too.
What, the coral?
No, the gopher.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember we found one in South Carolina
Yep.
after that a couple months ago.
The coral in the backyard was. That's I gotta move. I'm gonna move gophers to second place. That coral was
Yeah.
special,
Traumatic but special.
traumatic but special, heartbreaking but special.
As all good things are.
I also had the snake gods on my side this year for 2 new localities, one from Harry, one from Justin. Harry managed to grab me 2 gray rat snakes that just happened to be a pair. And then Smitty did the same
Oh,
thing with some
yeah, I
babies
forgot
from
about
Ladies
those.
Island. Literally, it was 2 and 2, and they both happened to be
They
a
were-
pair. And it was
Happened
like,
to be running from that same coral snake in that same
Yeah.
tree.
and they
I
were
told them
male,
they
and,
were a
male and
pair.
female. It was
And they were
I
like, yes,
told
sir.
them they-
dude, it was crazy, dude. I don't think I've ever had that where somebody was like, here's 2 snakes, I caught them, hope for the best, and both times
Good
they
luck.
were a pair. It was nuts, dude. I kept telling Harry, I was like, dude, get them sex, because if they're the same, I don't need both of them. And he was just like,
I
man,
was like,
fuck
no,
you."
they're yours. You're taking them both.
Well, I mean, to
So-
get those Ladies Island yellows too, and then be like literally one had its first shed in the
Yeah,
the
those
tub
were
holding it in. Like,
yeah.
I don't think you, short of like literally seeing them pipping and then just taking the eggs and setting them up until they were out. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
you can get much fresher than that.
No, those things were a week old.
Did they still
Like-
have silver coat on them?
Oh yeah, they're still
nice.
silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
and then they
yeah.
ate like nothing. Like, it didn't even.
One of them ate out of my
Flew
hand.
over,
It
yeah.
wouldn't eat. It wouldn't eat off the tongs in the tub. So I just picked it up and tease fed it in my hand, and it ate. It's nuts.
But
The
as soon
day
as
he,
I-
the
as soon
day
as
he
I had
brought
them,
them to me.
I was like, I'll bet you. I was like, I got to give these to Jake.
Oh, dude, the fact that they were a pair still blows my
That
mind,
too.
man.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that.
unreal.
So
And maybe
Yeah.
maybe if we're lucky, they'll get as big as that monster was that I found around the corner.
Oh,
too,
if
'cause
I-
that
if
thing
I-
was- oh my god, dude,
if I let them get that big, they will.
still
Because,
the
good
biggest
God,
biggest snake I've ever seen around here in 20 years.
they get huge, man.
This was
Well,
I couldn't
rats-
believe it was real. It was a yellow, yeah, it was a yellow rat. I don't know. I'll have to send the pictures again, but that thing, like,
You talking about that
I
really
see.
dark one?
Yeah, the one that was damn near 6 feet.
melanistic.
Yeah, because I was holding it by the tail and I had it next to me instead of out for me, so there wasn't any sort of first perspective going on.
Yeah,
And dude, that thing, like, it was down to my ankles, and I mean I'm 6'4".
yeah.
So it was
A-
that was a big thing.
Absolute fucking beef bus.
When I saw it
Come on.
on the road, I thought it was like some sort of
What an
tubing. Or
odd
something.
choice
I didn't
of
even think it
words.
was real.
Right?
The beef bus.
It's a freaking beef bus, baby. Come on now.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude. No, I found one when I was younger. I was a late teenager that was pushing 7 foot. I mean, they get big out here, dude. They get really big.
Do y'all remember that big ass gray rat I found in my chicken coop that I showed
Yeah.
y'all pictures
Yeah,
of?
yeah.
Yeah, the one you found without us.
Yeah. Well, we looked for it, man. We
did
flipped
look
all
for
the
it.
yard
We
tin.
looked for it. I was there.
Still,
Yep.
no fucking mad about it. Whatever.
Well, I mean, I don't
Harry
know.
lied.
She's her own woman, okay? She wasn't here, okay?
I went there with hopes of a gray rat more than anything.
Same.
More than anything. And
I drove hours.
we all
Spent
did.
I think
hundreds
I
of
found
dollars.
one like the day after y'all.
Dollars. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, that's the other thing. Like the gray
had
rats,
beer.
the gray rats Harry got me are like literally as locality as it gets. They were found within 100 yards of each other on the same property, and same with Smitty. I can
Roll
put that.
Tide.
I
Big
can
tree
put
stump.
the. I
Roll
can.
Tide.
I can put the locality of Smitty's down to the freaking tree stump, dude. Like,
That's pretty awesome. when you
come
think
on
about it.
now. That's sick.
Right in my backyard, man.
Like I got pygmies from the same road. I got a pair from the same road, probably a year or two apart in age. But it's not the same as having it from the same dead tree log.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
I got a
It's
trio of
crazy.
SKs from the same tin pile. I don't know if that counts.
That
Oh, it counts.
That
That-
counts.
that
Yeah.
absolutely counts.
Absolutely.
I have a yellow rat and a red rat that were found within 100 yards of each other on the same road.
You should breed them.
That's pretty cool.
Make
No,
orange rats.
they're actually both males.
Orangish rats.
I hate all of you so much.
Sunset rats.
So, what were your low points of the year, Jake?
I already said that at the beginning.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I got that out of the
Being a
way.
Packers fan.
Those are called mornings. Sorry.
Yeah, because 11-4 is so bad. Yeah, okay.
Hey.
Yeah,
What
I
if
don't
we
see
want that?
Beyonce doing a Packers halftime show.
You will see a better one when we're in the Super Bowl.
So Justin, and Phil and everyone else, there's Brachypelma released on in an orange grove in Florida somewhere. I've made it my dying.
Which
my dying-
species? Oh, it's vegans, aren't they?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Totocado vagans. Really want to try to figure out where they are exactly and try to find them, collect them. Even though I'm
Well,
pretty sure that's
can I-
illegal.
Can I pee in your Cheerios just a little bit?
He's gonna say we're gonna get shot.
So the one of the spots that was known for vegans was Orange Grove. It was owned by a major conglomerate of juicer that may or may not sound like Schminich made. And if you trespassed on
I
their
think it's
property,
propaganda.
The world may never know.
You're gonna get Minute Maid, son.
if you trespass on their property, there was major grove wars and like the fear of canker going to the trees and like poisoning other crops, and they would ride around on ATVs with rifles, and like you were not welcome
You're
there.
gonna like shake some bark beetles out of your pant leg if you like walk on their property.
Yeah, right. So from what I gather though, and again this is all hearsay, because of the current state of our economy and the fact that oranges are so much cheaper and, dare I say, tastier from Brazil, most of those groves are done. They either got demolished and are now housing communities, or they're going to be housing communities, or they're actually planting apples now.
Pickleball courses.
See, pickleball courses, dare I say. The other spot is actually like 200 miles away. That is abandoned grove that's interspersed around suburbia. So as long as you don't like walk through people's yards, you're pretty much good to go. So there is hope for us to find them.
I'll come walk through people's yards with you.
Nice.
There's nothing threatening about Harry. It'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is
Running around their backyard.
yeah, it is possible, but we gotta
All
map
you
that
have
out.
to do is holler a random dog name over and over again while you're doing it, and you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually smart as
Exactly.
fuck.
I'll just
Yeah.
pretend I don't know English.
No, they'll put you to work, pal.
Before we move on, I do want to give one quick shout out to our boy Jack Oliver in the chat. He was an absolute legend
Turtle
this
man.
year, coming out herping with several times. I think I herped with Jack 3 times this year, and it was awesome. So
Jack O'Lantern.
shout out to Jack. He's a freaking legend. We killed it this year. Love you, bud.
Nice. Speaking of legends, hey,
Hey, what's happening, boys?
Look at
What's
it.
up, Bubba?
look at that man with that hat.
What
Dressed
up?
in style.
That
Ladies
beat
and
is
gentlemen.
You got
glorious.
that anticondatus, you know.
Oh
that's
yeah.
what we do.
I'm waiting.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting on my shirt from Smitty, but he won't make it.
I want to believe.
But
So yes, for those watching, Chris Dirty Sanchez has joined us. Thank you for
joining
us.
what are you
So-
drinking this time? What do you got?
Yeah, is that a can of
Feel
motor
like
oil?
Minute Maid orange juice. What is it? Oh, you got a champagne.
He's got a champagne.
Champagne.
In a, Fulvius
A collectible
koozie, so
Fulvius koozie.
I have to.
Koozie.
I guess I got to open another Miller Lite.
very limited edition.
Which I did the drawing for that lighter today, and the winner was announced and tagged. So I just need someone to tell me what whoever the winner. I need them to message me back with their address and not leave me on red. That'd be great.
I think I know their address. I'll send it to you right now.
I'll send you my address. Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing those regularly, though. I think I like the idea of like a one-off
I'm
on
so,
the Zippos.
I'm so sorry. I've been muting those.
Whoa.
I've been doing really good. I'm sorry.
I do still have some High Life in the fridge. I'm not out.
You should crack one.
Yes, sir.
About
I like
Come
how
on. Hey, go put some
Justin's,
pool noodles on that toolbox first, and then go get you a beer.
I love how Justin's wife calls him Justy.
Yeah, I was about to say Justy's the new nickname. dude.
Justy's the
Justy
new
Smitty.
nickname. Like Smitty, forget Smitty. It's Justy.
If she called him
fucked
Schmidt,
up.
Justy.
it'd be a little weird.
Love that.
Justy Smitty.
Is he going to
Justy
grab a
Smithers.
Yeah, I think he's going to grab a
Justy
champagne.
head busty.
Oh God.
Justy.
So, is he back? He's back.
He's going.
Man, was your
No,
fridge
she-
like right
she only-
there?
She only calls me Smitty during sex.
Oh, nice. Meanwhile, the past like 10 years, we've been calling him that every time we say it.
That's why he likes it so
Like
much.
Pavlov's dog.
He's actually got a
If you want him
fake.
to like you, you gotta call him Smitty.
Yeah.
I only refer to him as Justin if I'm talking to like regular people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my friend Justin, I do the podcast with, and sometimes
Yeah.
even then I'll say Smitty, and everybody's like, "Who the fuck is Smitty?" I'm like, "Oh, Justin."
I
sorry."
say that all the time. Like,
We got a local friend in my friend group named Smitty, and he's a huge fuck up. So like, I have to call him Justin when I talk like about you to my other friends. But
That's
like, yeah,
funny.
other than that, you're Smitty.
That's good. That's good.
Well, every year we do. I think this is like the third year in a row.
Yeah. I
And
think
normally
this is
we
third.
usually do our persons of the year. I don't think we collectively all took the time to sit down and choose multiple people or anything like that. But we did all unanimously decide on a person, as
legitimately
we normally
unanimous.
do. And that person is right there in the middle, and that's Mr. Chris Sanchez.
There
Our-
he is.
That's our man of the freaking year, baby. Come on now.
That's it.
I mean-
Sanchez you can get.
I mean, it's obvious. It was a shoe in. There's no doubting. That's fine.
It
Oh, that was-
actually was though. Like, I think I was the first one. I was like, I vote Chris
Yeah, well,
Sanchez, and everybody
well,
was like,
Sanchez.
"Yep."
Oh,
Well, I
absolutely.
mean, they wouldn't let me write myself in, so but yeah.
Yeah, apparently some of us aren't
Kidding.
eligible anymore.
No.
Well, yeah, it is.
You
It
got
is
the
funny 'cause
Rhino Rosa.
We all
I was going
we
to vote
always
for Phil.
You can't pick Phil, but thank you. We always have like the 2 or 3 people that we want to, vote on, whatever. This year that just wasn't the case, really. It was just Sanchez, just dirty, and it's just
Yeah, I'm on.
unanimous. So we put you center stage, Bubba, and congratulations.
Well, shit.
He's like, this is the one I came on here.
Yeah,
Your award, like the plaque that I get made, is it's being made. So
I
it's going to
appreciate
be
it. That's
directly to
We
you.
had to find somebody that would inscribe phallic symbols onto a piece of wood. The first person said no, but the second person said, I'll do it for half off because of that. So,
that's fucking awesome.
Between your captivating, mesmerizing write-ins to flipping 10 and
those
you
fucking
bringing-
write-ins, dude.
bringing fucking high spirits from all hell to Daytona, you're well deserved, sir.
And those
As
posts you've
party
been
of the
sending me.
year.
Yep.
yeah. How
I
come
got you.
Neeser
Don't worry about
gets
it.
all the
You
good?
got to stop saving those.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
Neeser
it.
gets all the good posts, man. Shit.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Don't worry about it. That's between me and Neeser.
it. Yep. Us minorities stick together, so don't y'all worry about that. It's fine. I got him.
Whoa.
nice. Yeah, man. But I'm kind of sad. I was kind of hoping for some waterworks or something, but we
He's
still
got the
got
hat
time.
Don't give it a chance. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
All right.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance, coach.
The crowd wants a speech, Mr. Dirty.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were gonna talk you up some more, but fuck that. Just
Come on.
speech.
Speech.
I guess I'll kind of go off of what y'all had just finished up, because that's the highlights, lowlights. We'll get the bummer stuff out real quick. I did take in an adult Russian tortoise from a Georgia Rescue Society, and it had passed. And the hatchling pair of speckled kings I got from Daytona did not thrive, so they went that way. But in retrospect, like that's all the negatives I could think of. So I'm gonna chalk that up as a win.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the highlights go, Daytona was definitely one. It's definitely it's very much the top. Having been out of keeping for probably a decade, and just kind of piddling here and there, and really just going back to, or just reading stuff, taking little classes here and there, didn't do much into it. And then when COVID hit and I had nothing else to do, decided to try field herping again, because I was bound to determine that there were no snakes that lived outside. They were all inside somewhere. But got back
Only
into
mines.
that 100%. Got back into that, and then discovered, after I had listened to Urban Jungles radio in 2000s, I was like, well, I wonder if that's still a thing. And now I find all of these fucking circus of wackos, and I'm still playing catch up with everything, and it's awesome. I got My Life for Corn this year, in an area that it hasn't been recorded in probably 30 years. So that was awesome. Getting more Andean milks. So
Hell
Team
yeah.
Andeans on that one. Hell yeah, bro.
Team Lamp.
Those are fucking cool. Let's see. I got started the TikTok channel and got live access, so I can talk to people about all that kind of stuff. And I've gotten a good bit done with that, which is pretty much teaching folks the basics, new owners, and I did that just because there was really one is I wanted to try to talk to, that nerdy, kid that I was that didn't know where else to go because the pet store guy was not helping. So answering those questions, that and for parents whose kids want to get their first reptiles and have no clue what to do. But road cruise to first gray rat on a road I've done okay on, but it was road cruising with my better half, and it was our first joint road cruised snake.
That's
And
great.
actually, the lifer corn and the gray rat were on the same road, a little bit further distance, but they were both found on similar nights that I had sworn off of road cruising just because I'm team shitbox and I'm lucky the damn thing starts up in the morning. But after I'd find that, or I was going out to find that corn, I had just listened the previous day to the Flippin' 10 episode. I don't remember which episode it was, but it was the quote unquote perfect night. It had just rained a few hours ago. There was no moon out. It was a mid to upper 70s. I was like, well, you know what? Let's just try it. And sure as shit, lifer corn, historical lifer corn on that road. And then similar night, probably 3 weeks later, gray rat with my better half. And so that was fucking cool. A lot of highlights, and Daytona and meeting everybody, especially after hearing a couple of the show recaps on THN and having everybody in my ear, essentially being, like having your friends talk to you all day while you're at work, and being able to finally press the flesh and meet everybody in person was, it was definitely, it was weird at first because I had no idea. Like I didn't know what to expect. But being welcomed with open arms, from everybody. There was not one fucking sourpuss in the group. And everybody is eager to share their passions, whether that's the same that you have or something completely different. And I know I said it then is you could jump into any conversation at that gazebo at any given time. It doesn't matter what it was. Dude, it was definitely a magical moment. And I haven't gotten my room and shit booked yet, but I'll be going again this year. Meeting dudes, and I've ever since then, I've shot the shit with most of y'all just about every day, or at least once a week. And it's just having homies that just live in Narnia or some shit instead of really close. But dude, it's awesome. It's shit that I never would have ever thought of. Was such a large, diverse group with an eclectic passions and interests that somehow this weird amalgamation, it all seems to work.
Yeah. Man.
And it's definitely an absolute nope. No, nope.
Like Wu-Tang Clan, we come together like Voltron, son.
It was an absolute honor to be voted the man of the year. It's definitely up there with legends, and I appreciate that. So that's just cheers. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
I'll drink
Go
to that.
go get your leaf drink.
It's right here.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah.
Give us a swig.
Luckily, I came prepared.
Yeah, you don't go
Nice.
nowhere without the voodoo root juice.
No.
Nice.
Oh, God, stick juice.
Suck
Here
it
we
down,
go.
baby. Yep.
Oh my god.
You earned it, Bubba. Ah.
So I think the general consensus was when we decided that it was just like your positivity and your optimism and your overall just attitude, and happy to be a part of things, was
Refreshing.
inspiring. It's that kind of stuff that makes me glad that we keep doing what we're doing, and to know that, it's appreciated and actually means a lot to people, to where it's, it's such a big part of the weekly routine for some. It's like, that's, if I ever question myself as to whether or not I should still be doing this or anything like that, I think about that and the other handful of people that message us on a regular basis and, chime in about what they thought about something that was said in an episode or things like that. Like, it's awesome that there's people that pay enough attention and take the time to actually do that. So,
yeah, man.
But
we'll
And
see.
I think one of the biggest reasons that it was pretty unanimous is like, at Daytona, previously Daytona, I think I had spoken to you maybe twice.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't really know you well, so like we didn't talk much. But when you came up to Daytona, you immediately made an impact on everybody.
For sure.
And I can speak to everyone. When you walked up, it was like, it was immediate, dude. Like I had known you forever. And I think, everybody was kind of the same way. You made an impact on everybody. You made everybody so genuinely just excited and happy. And you brought snacks for all of our hungover asses the next morning. It was hilarious. And, honestly, I didn't mention it because I want to give anything away. One of my favorite highlights was when like you pulled me aside at Daytona. We just had a one-on-one talk for a little while. That genuinely meant so much to me. So thank you for that, and everything you did for all of us at Daytona.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
man.
It was great.
Look, and don't get me wrong, like there was serious, apprehension. Like I was immediately, half my age, like I don't know what these dudes are gonna think. Like I said previously, you guys have been, just because of what I do for work, I'm either constantly driving or riding, 12 hours a day. So to listen to the same people over and over again about the same, with the same passion about the same, things is one thing, but actually seeing everybody, and actually Jake was the first person I saw and I recognized. And, I kind of shuffled up. I was like, well, I guess we're going to just see what the hell happens. I was like, I said something really clever. I said, "Hey, Jake." He's like, "Yeah." "Hey, I'm Sanchez. I wrote in about the Lifer corn on Flippin' Tins." Like, "Oh shit, what's up, man?" And then that was it. That was the beginning of a beautiful relationship and a passionate. That you still need to send me those photos that we took together. And you're in that little red outfit I like so much. If you get that to me, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, boy.
But to get the same reaction from everybody, it was really I don't want to say it wasn't a confirmation, but it was definitely something that was unexpected. Shit, I'm having a hard time putting it into words, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. But to actually to know there's a group of folks just like you, but that's not to say that it's an echo chamber. If someone steps out of line, or if someone's full of shit, there's a group of folks. Y'all are quick to say, "Yeah, dude, you're full of shit. You definitely need to change that." There hasn't been much of that, but when it happens, it's usually brought down pretty quick, and that's something that's absolutely refreshing, given the state, whether it be a net positive or net negative of where the discipline or the hobby, whatever you want to call it, is. I look at it as an absolute positive, and you guys and what you have all jointly created is a huge driving force in where things need to go for the future. So just for this to be happening is, I don't know. It's wild. It's wild shit. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Someone say something.
Yeah, honestly, man, you're our morale patch, man. Like,
Yeah, dude.
you are. And we're glad to have you, man. And I'm really glad that I didn't hug that guy in the elevator that I thought was you.
Hey, you should have. We could have had.
I
Could have been
know.
a solid 9 here right now instead of, because
I just
we need
it
one more
looked-
square here.
I-
Whoever
yeah.
that person was,
but that's really it. And my
because we
one of
clearly
my
need another beard in here, don't we?
really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And I think too is that when we're walking around, like just going back to the freaking gazebo, right? Chris Sanchez is the guy you want to introduce to everybody.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Oh, guys.
Like, it doesn't matter who it is, or like meeting people that you never met before in person, and it's like, oh hey, I've talked to you on the internet, and now I get to put a face to the text, right? And oh, by the way,
Yep.
have you met Chris Sanchez? Have you met Dirty? It's just it's how it's got to be.
One of the funniest things, I think it may have been the first time I ever even communicated with Chris. He sent me a picture of that massive northern water or Midlands water snake he found. And I think this was the first time we had ever communicated. And this was months ago.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, man, that's a beautiful animal or something or other, blah, blah. He responds with, "You're a beautiful person." And I was like, at first I was like, huh. Okay, I don't know this guy at all. That was kind of weird. But then I met you, and I was like, "Oh my god, it all makes sense now."
Look, when you're going to hit on complete strangers, you have to go for it. You just have to go for the gusto.
Hater, man, you got to commit. You
Absolutely.
just got to go for it. You can't hesitate.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's no good
Absolutely.
thinking like Jake's out of my league. Like Jake can that. You just got to shoot for it.
Swing for the fence.
That's it.
You're
That's
not
it.
swinging for the fences with me, buddy. I can tell you that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, y'all aren't even in the same sport.
Swinging for the
man.
dugout.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
There
I
it
don't
is.
I don't even know what that.
is.
I don't even know what that means. It just came up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Foul.
That's when you let go of the bat when you swing and you hit the little kid. That's in the batter's box. You know.
Yeah.
Oh God,
That's me. I was the little kid.
you're the. I
You're
was.
the bad boy.
Wait, what?
Well, you are the youngest one, so
Am
Yeah,
I?
Boy,
Am I actually? Damn.
I think you
am.
are, Bubba.
I think so.
Yeah. Nieserg loves to throw that in my face because he's like 6 months older than me. So
Wait, is Skylar?
Still counts.
still counts.
And his
That's-
beard connects.
Oh,
I don't want to hear nothing about y'all from Beards when Dirty's sitting right in the middle. All right.
I got
He's-
kicked
yeah.
out of the central
Makes-
spot.
Makes
by that
all
beard.
y'all look horrible.
See,
I mean,
I
my
would
God.
have that beard, but I'd get arrested.
Anything you did would be a bomb threat.
Oh man.
let Harry grow his shit out. It ain't much better. I can tell you that.
I know,
No,
I
but
got-
There's no way Sark's passing that brown bag test with a longer beard. Like it's not gonna happen.
I've already got stopped by TSA multiple times. I
I
don't
was
need
about
to
to say
give them
he
another
ain't
reason.
he ain't getting through
Same.
TSA.
I was saying, I thought you had pre-check, man.
That doesn't matter.
Well,
It don't
I have the
matter.
Capital One now.
Pre-check to
Capital One Venture
TSA.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Come with
That's
us,
good.
I mean, I know we didn't choose sort of people like specifically, but does anybody have anyone that they want to at least shout out that throughout it's done something this year that stood out to them that is noteworthy?
Can I get mine out of the way? Since everybody
Sure.
else
Yeah,
is shit
go
on
for
me?
it. Go for it.
I want to
Yeah, I
shout
gotta
out.
take a leak anyway.
Wow. I want to shout out Gabe Schuler. I think he
Oh,
was-
yeah.
he came in clutch for Flippin' 10 multiple episodes. We herped with him a ton. He taught me a lot. As far as I don't know if I can't speak for Sky obviously, but as far as Flippin' 10 goes, he was definitely our guy this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gabe's
was-
got
He
a
sounds
really-
a lot smarter than he looks.
Well, he's got a really intuitive way of, very, very conversational, intuitive way of talking about the stuff that he knows so well.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've noticed. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but he's
No.
just very like, well, this this kind of makes me think this, and it's I don't know. I enjoy listening to Gabe talk on those episodes
Yeah,
as well.
he's very intelligent. Like Dirty said, he's way more intelligent than he looks and sounds. Okay?
That's one of my
Like-
favorite things about this hobby that we have, though, is that some of the people that are the smartest look like, they're going to be like asking you for money, but not necessarily. I don't know. Not saying that about I'm not saying that about Gabe, but like
Pop
it's
meat
just-
kettle, Harry.
I know exactly.
That ain't the tub calling the toilet
That's
bowl white.
why I'm allowed to say that.
No, but
That's
yeah,
why I'm allowed
I
to say that, because if I'm like, hey man, you want to talk about snakes, like you probably wouldn't. But like,
he says a bunch of smart shit. But no,
You're not
that's
supposed to do it at an intersection, Harry. You're supposed to do it with people you meet on the internet.
I thought by writing it on cardboard, people would knew I was serious. But
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
nobody
It's like a
wants to talk
billboard.
about snakes, man.
right.
Yeah.
But no, Gabe genuinely became. I literally met him for the first time this year, and he became one of my best friends almost instantly. I think we talk on the phone almost every day now, and it's great. We have a great time, and I really, yeah, it is. I talk to Gabe probably more than you guys. So.
If
That's
you
your new
talk to
boyfriend
Smitty
now,
on
huh?
the phone daily, maybe you'd have some live pinkies to feed those fucking snakes, dude. Come on. He's pissed off over there. Look at it. Read the room, Jake.
Smitty don't want to talk to me anymore, man. Smitty's outgrown me. He has better friends now.
You want to come over and laser burn some shit?
Yeah, that's all it is. I'm just in here making out my toolbox and play with my laser.
That's right. Niserg replaced me as Smitty's new best friend. It's whatever.
Oof.
Cool. First it was Phil, then it was Niserg, and I'm just here over in the dust.
I'm
It's
just
fine.
twiddling my thumbs down here in Tallahassee.
You've got pain chat.
What? That motherfucker plays Warhammer. He doesn't care about me. He's like, oh, I gotta go play some games now. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint some models and hang out with John Lasseter.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
me
honestly,
and John are about to
like,
crush
Go take
37
beer with Bert.
garage beers tonight.
we're
You're
gonna
not
have to
invited.
combine
Those
All
things-
Stars and Pink
Tallahassee.
Snake Chronicles. It's gonna be me and Harry, and Paint Shop's just gonna leave us.
He's going to be painting in the background.
We'll just have him with us for him to be a photo. I didn't bother making a speech at Daytona. I waited for the recap to make everyone cry, and then I didn't stay here to make Dirty cry.
What a dick.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
how it has a snuggie.
It's just,
No,
that's his
it's the fucking Blue
PPU.
Nitro glove.
Let's cook.
Yeah.
No,
That's his protective equipment.
It's PPE, Phil.
PPE.
Acid
PPE.
makes me itch.
No, it's personal protective equipment.
Thanks,
All right.
One of
Supervisor
those for the
Jake.
next time I
You're
flip a
you're
beer
welcome.
steak.
Thanks,
Also-
Professor Dickweed.
We should all bully Chris into coming to Daytona this year. Well, next year.
Absolutely.
He said he wasn't
Absolutely.
coming this year, but I
He
feel
says
like
he's
peer
fine.
pressure is pretty strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gotta
Tough
happen.
tool.
I don't know. He seemed pretty serious about
because
it.
I want to see all of you guys there when I go.
For sure.
Well, Chris
For
isn't
sure.
here, so there
All
you
of
go.
us,
Well, Chris included.
Yeah.
Ah.
Uh,
because there's a
I
person
got-
that's really excited to see you at Daytona.
He who shall not be named. if you
he
you
who has
don't-
already gone to bed.
if you don't say his name,
Yeah, no, it's
he won't
past
pop
10.
up.
It's past 10. He
like
doesn't.
Beetlejuice. Oh, he would have been
Don't say
shitting
his
on
name
it. He would have been
because-
shitting on us the last 20 minutes anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I really have
Oh,
to
no,
pee
you
this
have
time. I've
emotions.
had
I
like
can't have
8
those.
beers. I got to pee real quick. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. I got
Yes,
two
you.
guys I want to shout out to. So first, Dr. Brown, Dr. Chris Brown, DM,
Yeah.
DDM.
Yeah.
Yes.
That dude is
Big
switched
time.
on and he's got some great projects in the woodworks. He's got some great animals and dude's doing vet herping. Like he's great. And like we got to have some great conversations, pre, post, and during Daytona, which I thought was really fun. And then honestly, the other person, this is cliche and I don't care, is our man Niserg, because baptism by fire. And
Yeah.
honestly, like what I'm about to say, I don't want this to be taken as a negative in the least capacity, but listening to you speak on like the first couple episodes of Arach Nerds and then like the most recent ones, you've got the what's the word I'm looking for? The nerves are settled, the cadence is set. You know, you and Smitty are finally feeding off of each other. Like it took a couple episodes and now you're into it. And I think it's great, man. And I'm glad to see you as part of the group and part of the network and call you a friend and blah, 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 blah.
I appreciate that, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always had kind of like a bit of stage fright and everything. And I've been tossing around the idea of like wanting to start a podcast, but if I could have like a puppet or something take the place of me so I don't have to speak.
He just called Smitty a puppet.
No. Nah, but like
I just envisioned Nisarg with a marionette of himself.
Yep.
That's fair.
but yeah, no, thanks, man. That means a lot. And shout out to Justin for putting up with me, especially like when I was recording on my phone. God damn, those are horrible.
It was fine for me. Chris was the one crying about it the most.
But no, yeah, I'm really thanks. That means a lot. And I have some great people lined up that I'm sure you're going to enjoy, Phil.
Yeah.
Especially, and some that Justin doesn't know about just yet.
Good.
But yeah, this year should be pretty good. And I love our little Arachnid group chat that we keep.
Stop talking about me. I'm back now.
Yeah, well, and I will say this.
I love y'all's podcast. I've listened to every episode.
That was painful, Jake.
What a dick.
What a dick. And Nisarg, the guy who just described that new species of scorpion in South America, I reached out to him. So I don't know if you did it as well or Smitty did as well, but whoever gets him first, like, let's get that guy on podcast because that's some awesome new data.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to be reaching out to Walker Von Worth.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I'm
Very
pretty-
cool.
I'm not. I know Justin likes more of the whole serial Pagapus Haplopelma group, so it'd be pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I'm going to try to reach out to Stuart Longhorn too, who goes on trips with Andrew Smith, the
Very
dude who made
cool.
those documentaries.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm digging myself a hole because I'm New World terrestrial guy all the way, but
I'm pretty
If
terrestrial.
it's not
myself.
Pamphibedius, you don't want it.
Can we also point out how we have 4 new faces to, of the official,
Yeah.
Herpetoculture Network between Joe, Nisarg, Harry, and Sky? I mean,
Yeah.
you guys all came on this year as like official hosts of shows, and
Oh, don't call me official. It's
I
gonna go
mean,
straight to my head.
Harry,
I mean,
honestly,
hey.
you're legitimately one of my favorite people to listen to on
agreed. Let's
Legit.
all
Legit.
let's all cheers to
I don't
Harry.
do shit. I
'Cause,
appreciate
like,
it.
Nope.
I,
Oh, wait,
'cause
it's so good.
I'm the same way, dude. Like I could listen to Harry talk and for hours.
All fucking day.
So cheers to Harry, man.
Can I-
Hey,
Harry.
What a
Thank you.
guy.
Thank you.
can I,
One of these days, I hope you know, none of y'all are escaping. One of these days, I'm going to have enough time to host Dungeons and Drymarchon,
Yes.
Oh,
and we're all
Yes.
getting together for that, and we're going to do it. It's probably going to be about 2 months in between sessions, but we're playing the most fucked up game of D&D ever, and
Yes.
Dude, in that group chat with Gabe when you were talking about what species of snake would be what in the game, it actually kind of got me hyped for it. I was like,
well,
I'm down.
don't put all my shit out there, man.
I'm not
Damn.
going to put it out there. I'm just saying
No,
I'm
no.
excited.
Look,
You know what?
I-
Okay,
I'll
you've
say
already
this.
angered the DM, and you haven't even
I
started yet.
I played D&D once with my old roommate and his friends, and the vibe just wasn't there. Like I knew that I could enjoy this if it wasn't with that group of people that I did not know. So I can't fathom what it'll be like with you freaking animals, and it's snake related. It's yeah.
It's.
Can I just say
basically,
two
if
things
you
real quick?
know, like if you fail your saving throw, and everyone's gonna cry laugh at you because you just got fucking cut in half by a gnome or something, that's when you know it's gonna be good.
What were you gonna say, Nisarg?
Two things. For when that happens, I have a friend. Shout out to Nicole. She makes custom made dice for D&D. so I'm gonna get like a cool little snake thing set up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second,
Yeah.
Each
Yes.
side has a different snake on it.
and second, my favorite quote from any THN series episode was when John Lasseter quoted Harry saying, "What the fuck is a Mex-Mex?"
I still don't know. I have a pair and I still don't know.
Oh,
They're
God.
cool.
I love that man, but what a guest. Holy shit. What an accidental guest.
And talk about a guy who comes out of his shell for us, right? Well, for
Right,
for
yeah.
Dave's job, yeah,
That dude, you want to talk about a sleeper?
yeah,
It's
for
John
sure.
Lasseter. That dude, you look at him, he's like, oh, he's harmless. No,
No,
that
he's
dude's a
not.
freaking legend.
And he's a fucking genius. It's always so much fun. Like I'm fortunate enough to be in a chat with him and a few friends, and if I paid attention, I'd learn a lot. And I learn a lot in spite of myself. I learn a lot, but if I actually was like, halfway, capable of paying attention, I would learn so much. But it's there. I can always go back and farm it later for other things. But that guy is an absolute wellspring of,
Yeah,
history and knowledge and stuff. Some of my favorite episodes of, Chronicles, even though I wasn't there for the Mex episode, I definitely sat down and watched that on YouTube just so I could oogle at the pictures and
I literally
learn a
couldn't.
lot about Mex.
I literally couldn't finish that episode because you weren't there, Harry. I hope you know that.
I imagine Harry sitting in a Barca lounger, just punching himself in the thigh, giving himself a Charlie Horse, like, "Why weren't you there?"
It's like self-flagellating. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
stupid.
whipping himself.
I
with
had
a
a- I had a-
belt.
I had a milk drunk 6-month-old baby over my shoulder and
Oh
like
my
a
God.
vodka crayon, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty." I didn't know they did that. I didn't know Mex could look like that.
Nice.
All right,
And by the way, shout out to Harry for herping with the baby Bjorn.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, doing some Mandarin the other day. Yeah,
Yeah.
It wasn't the most fruitful, but it was a lot of fun, and she had the best time. She also didn't have to walk, so that was probably helpful for her. But like,
yeah,
Carry you on a baby.
yeah, man, I wish Sanchez would carry me around in one of those things and go looking for manders. We'd probably find more. But, I couldn't-
Don't worry,
I couldn't.
the gazebo the gazebo this year. I'm putting you on me. It's fine.
Damn.
Oh, Sanchez.
that man
I
said,
need
"I'm
no-
gonna be on you.
I need no
Oh,
explanation.
you're going to be on me.
I'm gonna be on you."
That's all they need to know.
Yo,
All right.
Yep.
Sanchez shows up with a Harry-sized baby Bjorn.
Swear to God.
Just got like ratchet straps.
Dude, Dirty's about to swaddle
It's
the
just a
fuck out of
backpack
Harry.
with a couple of holes cut in the bottom where I like sit.
Harry's just back there, like.
He's got a bandolier of fucking Natty Ice.
No,
It's almost like who's
little
that,
backpack that the Beardy moms have.
It'll be Master Blaster from Thunderdome. Who run Bartertown?
Yep.
That's
He's got one of those
great.
backpacks with like the plexiglass bubble.
That's what I was going to say.
Like, for,
Harry's
like
just
people
going to be
with
in the
cats, but
plexiglass.
it's just me in there with like a 6-pack.
Harry's just sitting down crisscross applesauce, just drinking.
Yeah,
fucking-
just a
Waving
six
at
pack
everybody
in the Japanese
like the freaking
cat
Pope.
backpack. Yeah, like the little Pope mobile.
Shaking
Oh.
it
Dragon Ball
every
Z
once in
theme.
a while.
Where I'm like Ratatouille. I'm like operating like a mech,
Yeah,
going
just
around
pulling
flipping,
beard hair.
flipping boards and shit.
Like
Just
a
imagine
mat-
like Harry popping out of your beard.
yeah, like a little nest.
Pull it apart. and it's there.
Oh,
Oh, what the hell has this Sean go become?
Oh my god!
Oh,
No, well,
Speaking
so
of-
we,
we're so
y'all-
sorry,
y'all-
everybody.
Speaking of
Well, y'all had
Harry,
mentioned
Go ahead,
Lasseter. My favorite Lasseter moment was, and I don't remember which episode of Chronicles it was, but they were talking about different methods of scenting and what they were using, and he had said that the best method that he knows of or he's found is the cloacal shed from Scalopris. So when I
yum.
when I
We'll
heard
see.
that, I could, in my head, I only see inside of Lasseter's freezer, there's a Ziploc bag with little Scalopris
Lizard
butthole.
assholes.
just a ton of them. It takes.
Try explaining that to the feds.
And his wife's just asking him what he's
explain that,
doing.
buddy. Where the fuck did you even get
and
to?
Jeff Frederick has joined the chat, so therefore I must say Scalopris is a large genus, a large group of fence lizards, rock lizards found across North America. So that's
North
he
American
had-
bearded
and Central
dragons,
America.
pygmy
Yeah.
bearded dragons.
and Central, yeah. And so he
North
has,
American.
Emerald
Pygmy
Swifts are some of the
bearded
coolest things that why doesn't everybody have
it's true.
anymore? Emerald Swifts are some of the coolest things in the world, man.
For a
Yeah,
second,
are.
it cut off, and I thought you meant like why doesn't everyone have like a freezer full of lizard cloacas or something? I'm just like,
Well,
what?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
my,
saying that like we
they're
don't.
still attached to the rest of the lizards
Oh.
in mine, but I'm
Yeah, same
lazy.
here.
So, Phil, Justin, maybe you guys know this species.
I swear to God, if you start talking about tarantulas again, we're gonna.
Well,
Hear me out.
Hear
It's
me
part of the
out.
network now, Jake.
It's a snake species.
He's
that,
got tenure, okay?
It's a snake species that primarily feeds on tarantulas and scorpions. Costa Rica.
All right, I'll allow it.
Do you know the genus? It starts with an S. I forgot what it's called. Someone told me-
Scaphiophus? No, it's not
Someone told me
Scaphiophus.
they, I think
Scaphiophus
so.
or the slug eaters?
No.
No.
because like someone
Um,
said they're in the hobby now, and I'm just like, am I gonna have
Cephalophus
to,
are lizard eaters. Cephalophus.
am I gonna have to start
I
farming
want those, by
like
the way.
Brachypelma or something, or some other? Wait, I'm looking it up. I can't keep a thought right
Get
now.
your shit together, dude.
This is not
Go
the place for
outside,
thought
nerd.
keeping.
Get out, go. Ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Gone.
Oh man.
Yeah, Cybon are snail eaters. That's why I didn't think it was those.
Oh, Stenorhina.
Oh, of course,
Stenorhina?
Yeah, I know exactly
course.
what that is.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
I'm sending the
Samsonite.
photo in the chat.
I was way off.
I was way
Swimmy, Swanson, Swinson.
Samsonite.
I just sent it to the group.
What are we talking? What is this? What is this monstrosity?
It's the
Oh,
salmon
God.
of Capistrano.
That's not a real snake.
They
I like
feed
how
on
it's going for the abdomen first instead of
Ass
the end that
first.
can actually do the
What is
soul.
that thing's plan?
It's the only
Yeah, I
way to
know.
go.
Yeah, here I'll show it on screen.
I was about to
Fully-
say, if you're not going to ass first, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
only young
brother,
people
brother,
understand. Only young people understand.
Always start with the ass.
Hey,
Take care of the ass, the legs will follow.
Oh my god.
I love how Sky hasn't said anything for like 10 minutes, and he's
That's
like, "Always start with the ass."
All right, so real question is, who's Tarantula Cat? Because she's Niserg's biggest fan.
apparently,
Mhm.
Wait, what?
Ooh,
Yeah, check the chat,
hold
dude.
on.
someone has a nom de guerre.
That's
Ooh.
Esau's
Here,
other-
look on the
it-
screen, Niserg. Look on the screen.
His other-
That's hilarious. Shout out to Tarantula Cat. She's a good friend of mine and everything. I've been trying to get her on the podcast, but she keeps on flaking.
Only she
Yeah.
can make a brown man blush.
Nisik
But,
was in the chat with his freaking other accounts trying to get Harry routed.
Yeah.
That was
She
that was
goes to
another
a
friend of
different
mine.
school. She
Well,
goes
yeah.
to a different school, you guys.
And
You don't know her. You don't know her.
yeah, well, and clearly she's like in this group, of course, because it's Pamphobedia suck.
Oh.
just starting fights.
Already, I don't know if you guys are friends with. Well, whenever I bring Valker, whenever I try to get him on the show and everything, all he posts are memes of Asian Theraphosidae, which are tarantulas for you non-tarantula folks.
Thank you.
I.e. Jake.
Shitting on Xenesthus and Pamphobedius. That's
They're probably
all the
also
memes he
other
posts.
tarantulas.
And every single time I comment, I'm like, please
Hey,
choose
bro,
something else.
East Coast, West Coast, bro.
Yeah, for real.
See, when you guys start talking about this stuff, I realized how dumb snake jokes sound to normal people.
Right?
Because like y'all talk about this, and you're like, ah, and I'm like, no.
You
no.
like forbidding this one?
It's
No.
like when I
Yeah.
slip up and share like a Lamprepeltis meme on my normal Facebook account, and it gets 0 likes, and I'm like, "What are you guys stupid?" And I'm like, oh no,
Oh wait.
I
wait, I think I
Actually,
might have been reading the room wrong here.
Yeah.
I actually had an aunt message me after I posted one of those Lamper Peltis, the Mexicana versus the Getula complex and everything. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like,
worry
"What
about
is
it."
this?" And I'm like, "Crap, I forgot you were on my
My
Facebook."
friends get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
My real friends understand.
Do you have 10 minutes?
do you have 10 minutes? Do you have 10 minutes to hear about the gospel of the Church of Lassiter?
How did the gopheress get across the road? Very slowly.
Ba-doom, psh.
It's a Chelonian joke for all you turtle people out there.
Jack Oliver is laughing in the corner,
We're all inclusive here. We got
Yeah, right.
somebody tell
except for
frog joke, quick.
Tuataras. Nobody has those.
Oh my god.
That you know of.
Nobody gets those jokes.
Also, shout out again to Sanchez again. Your photos of your findings outdoors in this during this climate keeps me going. I mean, right now it's
No
cold as
shit,
hell.
man.
It's cold as hell in Pennsylvania. Can't really find much. Haven't had too much time to look for many things. So photos that you send and everybody else from like warmer climates really keeps me going and keeps me hyped to find some more things next year.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Sanchez is straight up fluent in Mandarin, son, and it upsets me because
I keep on
went.
thinking you're saying Mandarin, and I'm
not-
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, Sky?
I would say me and Jake were talking about how we liked your style of taking all the pictures and shit of the manders and the bags and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well,
for sure.
and yeah, look, I'm just now discovering the I knew of salamanders and stuff, and I live an hour and a half from the Amphibian Foundation in Atlanta, and they're like the hub for anything that breathes through its skin. Like that's where you go. They have all that kind of stuff there, and it was never on my radar to go look for them because I'm a snake dude. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. But come wintertime, there ain't shit to do. So I had to find something. And finding my first marbled, actually, I went to a new spot and I parked the car, and right next to the car was a log. I rolled that log, and there were 2 marbles under that. I was like, you know what? This is fucking awesome. I think I understand what you're getting at here. So,
Yeah.
Gummy lizards.
well,
It's
If
so
you ever-
fucking cool, man. Like
If you ever come to Tinley, I'll take you to a spot that you can find. You can find blue spotted pretty easily, and everything. I feel like you'd really enjoy that.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
Harry can't come.
I would also.
Harry
really
can't
enjoy
come.
that.
I can't find marbles here, and
You
they're
can't bring
in my
Harry's-
yard.
You can't bring Harry's Mandarin. All right.
Well,
You're
and
not
it's-
going to find anything.
I'm glad you guys
You
brought
really
up.
won't.
I'm glad you guys brought up Sanchez and his photos with the marbles because I don't get to chime in live to Flippin' Tin as often as I'd like, but this past one I did as much as I'd like.
I know.
Um,
You're never in the chat though. How are we supposed to know you're there?
I'm in the
what-
chat for like 10 seconds before I go to
Yeah,
You guys just do it so late.
I just jump in to say something screwed up and then go to bed usually.
well, I really again like how Chris's writing is just fantastic. His description of his series of events and the photos that correlate and choreograph the scene beautifully.
Yes.
Ambistoma for like the win, right? And just a picture of him smiling, gummy lizard in hand, like it just completes the whole thing. He's our morale patch.
Yeah, Chris, you very much like, with the write-in stuff, it's something fun that we try and do with Flippin' Tin, but it is hard when people just send pictures with no description because you pretty much have to watch it on YouTube to understand what's going on. But with you paint a picture so well. And it's great for people that are just listening. I'm not saying anything bad about it. People who don't give as much description, that
no, fuck them. That's fine.
Hey,
You're
I'm
a
one of those
wordsmith.
people. I'm one of those people.
You're gonna hoist this trophy now over your head.
You're a fucking
That's all.
wordsmith. Among
What do you
men.
mean, you people?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean by you people?
I think although my favorite parts of your write-ins have to be the very beginning because it's
Yes.
always something funny. The last one was "Dear Mom and Dad, I hope this message finds you well."
Yes.
And I
Yes.
Who's
fucking-
mom and who's dad?
I'm obviously dad.
Look, I don't care whose mom and whose dad.
Don't even
I
call
just-
yourself daddy
I don't-
24/7.
I don't care who mom and who dad was. I just wanted 2 Christmases. That's all. So I was
Nice.
down for whoever it was. It's fine.
Well, in this
Um,
group, you're gonna get about 8 Christmases, buddy.
Hell yeah! Talking about polygamy. That's all.
Is that our
That's
new
what I'm
band
about.
name?
That's what I'm about. It's good. But no, the salamander stuff. One, it's something. It's a group of animals I knew almost nothing about. So I started from a blank slate and went, well, I guess we need to start figuring out what the hell these things are about. I knew that I could not snatch them up like Nerodia, and that I had to be a little more cautious. But I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing worse than going out, especially during snake season, and getting skunked. Like we've all done it. It happens more often than it doesn't. But then what I've tried to start to do is find aspects of going into the field or what I'm looking for, and at least being able to jot something down. If I don't find the snakes, which most often I don't, I'm bound to find toads. So I'll snatch a couple of those up, start taking a bunch of photos of Fowler's, which around here is mostly Fowler's toads. And you can see the variation in their color and patterns. I'll take photos of all of those like a madman. Then come fall and winter time, it's salamander season. What am I finding? If I don't find any, or if it's a spot where I find some, or I have found some in the past, I'll take, observe field notes. What are they eating? What little crustaceans or bugs am I finding in the water? How cold is it? What trees are in the water, or what trees are around? What foliage is in the water? That's maybe the tannins are affecting the water to some degree. Like something I just noticed was there's a seed pod that looks identical to larval southern two-line salamanders. And next time I go out, I'll try to get some. But the two of them look identical, and that can only, to me, that's why they look that way, is because when they're found in those streams or those creeks, it's just advantageous for them to mimic looking like a seed pod, something that's not a little pack of protein for a bird or a fish or something to snatch up. So I try to make it so I can always get a win whenever I'm in the field. That way, it's you don't end up with that kick in the nuts. It sucks sometimes, but or coming up with starting a bug pinning board, you can always find insects, whether it be centipedes, millipedes, best beetles that are actually social beetles, and they make little vocalizations you can hear. Like, that's crazy. And then you end up falling down rabbit holes of all kinds of weird shit. Like the beetle dude that was in the small room at Daytona that had the giant Hercules beetle and all the metallic beetles and stuff. That was the first room I went into, and already it's like, well, shit. All right, I guess I'll be here talking to this dude for half an hour. That's going into like I said, going into the field, which again, I attribute a lot of that to all of you and finding this newfound group of miscreants and ne'er-do-wellers and rapscallions. Look, I'm gonna bring rapscallions back into the lexicon. I'm also going to bring lexicon back in the lexicon.
He used
So-
ne'er-do-wells. I was like, Jesus.
Ne'er-do-wells.
But that way I can always come out with a win. I can always learn something, but it's never, and that usually ends up leading to me needing to buy more books. And if there's one thing me and the homies have in common is we're all out of book space. Everyone has that column of books sitting on the floor because we have no more bookshelf space left.
I'll
Yep.
tell you
Um,
what, something from the Podfather, not to cross the streams for too long here. Eric Burke once said, "You don't have to feed books,"
Yeah.
and that stuck with me. This has been years, and I was always like, you know what, I can always get a book on it,
Yeah.
and that was just that was amazing to me, and it changed how I looked at what I do.
Yeah.
Oh
around
yeah,
here.
dude.
Also, too,
I have, and I'm sure all of you have the same thing. I have books on stuff I'll probably never keep ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a rock
but-
rattlesnake book that I look at daily.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I have some like weird like ever since I was a younger kid, like I have some like older books on snakes of Africa that are still in my house back in Chicago and everything, where the cover's falling apart. Where I really need to pick your guys in mind actually on how to keep them from falling apart. Older books, but just those things like that, and then also just like textbooks and everything, seeing how our understanding of reptiles change over the years,
Yeah.
how they're being taught either in vet med or in the biological setting, but also similar to like what's like Sanchez is doing and Rob Christian are doing. Shout out to both of them. Obviously, Sanchez is right over here, right over there.
There you go.
Like going out and looking at any time of the year, like or like how Rob's doing, looking for herp a month and everything, or just finding one of those. I think that's dope, and that's a great way to connect into
For sure.
into the community. I don't know where I was going with this, so someone could take over.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's
Well
a
said.
good that's a solid point, dude. And yeah, Rob's another one to shout out. It was awesome meeting him. Not to mention he takes some great pictures and has some incredible animals. When it comes to finding stuff in the field, it's it's stuff that I've seen a million times. Like the toads being a perfect example. Like I saw them, yeah, all over the place, but I never like paid much attention to them. If you pick it up and look, where are the parotid glands? What do his feet look like? What does little toe pads look like? But to actually really look at it and study it is something completely different. And when you compare that with, and that's one reason I did the TikTok thing, was there's a number of folks that are on social media that I guess get paid pretty good to go out and find stuff and flip boards and do the whole hullabaloo. There was one, I can't remember who it was, that was, oh great, another ringneck, or oh great, another. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, time out. If there's one common theme, and so help me God, the day that I stopped being excited about finding a ringneck or a black racer or a decays.
Thamnophis.
Oh, dude, yeah, Thamnophis.
No, I'm kidding.
The day I stopped, stop getting the giggles or go ooh, whenever I flip that rock and see that little tiny dude there, dude, I'll quit. I mean, I'll do boring stuff like watch football.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
I mean,
all right. Let's.
You're gonna be a Green Bay Packer fan or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
like, I 100% agree with you, Sanchez. I mean, like, the good thing about like arachnids popping up was hearing Justin's enthusiasm about getting back into tarantulas and scorpions, and how scorpions had babies and everything, and how Phil just goes into went into depth with some of his scorpions and everything. As much as I thought, I was like, you know what? I'm like, scorpions or tarantulas are neat. I mean, like, I just admire them from the academic side of things. I'm like, no, I'm like, you get like really interested in. I mean, just hearing other people's enthusiasm for them again was like, fuck, I need to.
Man, get
I
a roof
I
a
need-
lot of
It's dangerous because it's
All right,
contagious.
all right,
Yeah.
no Poecilotheria.
Hear a couple of your buddies talk about something, for 2.5 hours, and
Yeah.
suddenly you're on Google
except for
Yeah.
Gatula.
or Morph Market, and
Yeah. Or Morph Mark or iNaturalist. Oh boy.
yeah, or yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like our iNet episodes.
Oh, I love
Dude,
it.
those are awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would like to just, Sanchez, you point out so many things there, and we talk about that on Flippin' 10 a lot about, for one, paying attention to more than just snakes in the field, and appreciating more because there's more to life than snakes, as much as nobody wants to admit it. So,
Cool.
but yeah, birds are cool. Thank you. Shut up, Harry.
I like birds. No, I like birds. I'm
I
probably
thought
on your
Doc
team.
Brown's been finding a bunch of cool birds
No,
in South.
I'm-
He's
I'm
in
team
doing his
bird.
South America
I'm
run.
team
I'm
bird,
big
Jake.
on birds,
Shut up.
man. I'm big on birds.
Birds
but-
are reptiles. It still
Advertise it
counts.
like you.
and then
Dinosaurs.
and then also, just still being excited for the common stuff,
Yeah.
like I talk about how even black racers, it's
Sanchez, you
the-
keep drinking that. It looks so good.
It's not. I don't recommend it. It's fine though. It's good.
It looks like it'll
but
degrease my sinuses.
it probably would. But
Ooh.
Looks like it'll help
just
raise the dead.
just when you stop getting excited for the common stuff, it's I don't know, that would be a sad day for me. I still try and catch the first black racer I see. I might see 5 in the day, and I'm only gonna catch one of them because I don't like getting bit that much, but I'm still gonna catch the first one because I don't care.
Yep.
I'm still
I
excited.
took so many thorns to my legs and hands the other day trying to catch a black racer, and I guarantee you, so many people would be like, "Why would you even do that?" I'm like,
Sometimes you
"Fucking
got to
black
pick 'em up,
racer,
man.
bro.
Why
It's a bad
wouldn't
mistake."
you?
Yeah.
Like, why not? It's just
I think
it's
I
sad.
catch one black racer and one Nerodia a year unless I see a really pretty one. But I gotta still you gotta stretch those muscles every now and then. You gotta
Yeah.
pick them up
Well-
and take your medicine.
I share the sentiment of like what what Sanchez said about the day I stopped liking Nerodia or whatever, right?
Right.
Excuse me. But what really hit it for me was when Jake and Sky were down. And excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm dying on my own spit. Hold on.
Oh, those are mine.
We're all patiently waiting. It's fine.
I'll hold my breath.
Sorry about that. So when Jake and Sky came down to see me and Herp the Glades, we saw a lot of water snakes. And you want to be like, oh, it's just another water snake. Let's keep going. You can't. You got to stop. Because that one time that we stopped, we found,
Might
and
be a
I
pretty
mean
one.
this, the prettiest banded water snake I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ever.
That one we found, dude.
That one we found with you was dope, but this one we
I'm
found
saying.
this one we found
You
with
gotta
Phil,
stop for them, man. I'm
This
sorry,
one
I didn't
we
mean to
found-
hijack.
No, yeah, go.
This one we found with Phil was, I mean, a man among boys when it
Legit.
comes to water snakes, dude. I mean,
We'll find it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
there's
sorry.
like and from the car, you're driving down the road, you're going, I don't know, 30, 40 miles an hour, whatever. You're like, oh, there's a snake. You stop, you get out, you got your headlamp on, you got your hand lamp, or your hand torch, whatever you want to call it, flashlight, and you're like, oh, it's abandoned water. And then it's like, wait a minute, do a double take.
It's a sexy
Let me-
ass bandit
Let me walk a little closer. Let me get up and actually pick up that water snake. Verify that it is a water snake before you do so, of course.
of course.
And then you're holding it in hand, and you
Manually
that's when
verify.
manually verify, and then you
I'm kidding.
see, manual manipulation. And when then you see it, and you're like, holy crap, I almost walked past it. I almost said to myself, it's just another Nerodia, whatever. And boom, it smacks you in the face.
Another
like-
testament to that, Phil, is think about how many water moccasins we passed that weekend,
Yeah.
and we could have just drove right past the one water moccasin that we just so happened to watch
Yeah.
consume a whole meal,
Yeah.
which was fucking another awesome moment of the year to see
Absolutely.
a wild predation out there and just all of us enjoy it and then watch the snake go off on its way under
Yeah.
the full moon, all of us chilling. Like,
Yeah, bro.
we could have easily been like, oh, it's a water moccasin, drive by and not even pay attention to it and realize that it's about to eat a meal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
to
just
go off
gonna
of that-
show it because
Yeah, go for it.
because we can.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So you gotta zoom in, Jake.
Hold on. Hold on.
He can.
Okay, that thing's pretty sporty.
I mean,
Even
Whose
if it
hand is
gets,
that?
That's Sky's hand, of course. I can look at that.
even if it gets
Okay.
pixelated,
There we go.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's
Jake, just zoom right on
super
those
duper sporty.
saddles.
Freaking Gemma
Where's Chris
how much
Montrose
does it
when
hurt
you
to
need
get
him?
your
Fuck
foot
is that?
tattooed?
Yeah.
I was about to say every time you stop to grab a Nerodia, Montross is in the wings like the Emperor from Star Wars. Just like,
He wakes up.
yes,
He wakes up with a
yes.
nosebleed. Every
This thing was so orange, we thought it was a corn snake when we rolled up on it.
Yeah, me and Jake
Like-
yelled corn from the car.
Like,
female.
shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
we did say female a lot that trip.
Oh, I love
We
it.
did. We did. But I mean, come on, man. I'm sorry. I don't care how many Nerodia you see. If you can't stop and appreciate that, you don't go her.
the gradient, dude. The
Yeah,
yellow to
orange
orange
and yellow.
gradient is just knucking futz.
I love how
Orange
Jake
and
had this
yellow.
photo at the ready.
Oh, dude, it was.
It's
was
his
there.
background.
It was
It is.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
That's a good looking animal.
it was beautiful.
I mean, like, to go off of what you guys were talking about in general, I mean, like, I feel like everybody's out there to grab, to find. I mean, don't get me wrong, finding a lifer of any kind of new species is great. Finding like the rarest species, like, is great too. But like for me, for example, when I was going out to like California, Washington to look for Thamnophis, I got some flack from my friends and everything. They're like, "You're only going out for those. Why not go out for rubber boas?"
I love that. I love that you did that. By the way,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was so fucking cool.
I think I think there's
He is a man of sheer determination.
yeah that, and just like how many times I tripped and fell on my ass and had to explain myself to people watching me. um, but like in general, there's a lot of beauty that goes like around these like more common species that people overlook. I mean, like if you just like spend some time looking for like just like looking at because I probably found like when I was in Oregon, probably over 100 individuals of like the Oregon red spot, and each one of them were like different. Each one of them were beautiful in their own separate way.
Oh, wow.
But many people overlook them in general, and it's just like, and even when I went to North Carolina, I got skunked on everything I wanted to see except for Nerodia. But I found some beautiful specimens, and I thought that made my trip. That made like the 8-hour trip, drive down on Friday and drive back up on Sunday, which was kind of dumb. But
I've
We've
been there.
done
Gotta do it,
worse.
man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like
I'm pretty
that-
sure that's exactly
find
what I
so
did for
many-
South Florida.
I find so many pygmies. At least I
There
used
was
to.
only pygmies.
Sorry, Smith. Sorry, Smith. I knew it was coming. Okay. Sometimes I find a lot of pygmies.
Sorry.
I would like to
And
one day sometimes find a lot of pygmies
and-
too.
At times you get the urge to go, it's a pygmy, keep driving.
No.
But what I've found is stopping and taking a quick top down of all those, you will very quickly realize that it's not just another pygmy.
Yeah.
They're all this crazy, crazy, crazy.
Each one's like a snowflake.
I mean,
I mean, like as
How
cliche,
legit.
as cliche as that sounds, I mean, like I find that totally.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
kinda
I
like-
don't. I'm not explaining it as eloquently as I probably could, but like, yeah, man, it's. I have, I found a bunch, and I have a little gallery I keep of like, 8 to 10 that I've found over, the last few years that are just like my absolute favorites. And
Exceptional.
if I didn't stop to just take, stop and like, look at every one of those, I wouldn't have had those.
I mean,
I wouldn't have those pictures,
What's funny is like
Smitty can tell you about the copperheads we found, man. I mean, we do the same thing here.
What is a
one of
copperhead?
them, man. When we
Copperheads.
to stop for it in time.
Oh, one time. One time.
Was it a female?
Probably.
He almost fucking flung it at us. Then he threw it off the road. Then he threw it in the woods.
I did almost hit Sky with a copperhead once. That was wild.
Did he at least deserve it?
No,
Sky,
nothing.
Sky
I
always
did nothing.
deserves it.
That's someone's kink.
Yeah,
That's my
someone
game.
somewhere would pay good money for that.
I
He
mean,
was trying to match
I-
my freak. All right.
I found more copperheads this year than any other snake by a long shot, and I stopped for every single fucking one of them.
Especially
That-
when they
Yes,
were
sir.
like we went out every time, it was all.
I wonder how many king
entirely
snakes
boobies. And it
zip.
was awesome to see them. Like, stop for every
That's
single
fine,
one.
though.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
They all had something different and something unique about them. Like, some of them had really wide bands. Some of them had a lot of bands.
Aberrant.
This
Some
one
of
I
them
could sex
had
from the
this
road.
Weird speckled. Yeah, Smitty sexed them all from the truck. What do you mean what do you mean the road?
Or, yeah, from the
Eli
driver's
Smitty,
seat.
man.
The road, the from the road's too easy. From the truck, from the
From
passenger
the road,
seat,
it's too easy.
I'll put
You did
them
it
on the-
blindfolded.
from the passenger seat, baby. That dude
He
knew
used
it was
the
a
scales as braille.
Damn
Fucking
right.
sex like that.
Oh man, yeah, I think, yeah, there was one night. Yeah, Dustin said in the chat, I've literally found 10 to 15 a night in the summer. I think my highest number one night was about 20.
Damn.
Like,
Wow.
just back to back to back to back.
And it's not
copperheads.
even that big of a stretch of road. Like, it's not.
No,
I
it's
will tell
not.
you, I don't know the last time I've found 20 snakes in a night in the
Dude,
A&F.
Same.
So I found a new road this year, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I didn't get skunked. I didn't get skunked once this year on snakes.
Oh, dude.
not
You're
not.
gonna jinx yourself for next year.
I am, and
Oh,
I'm
dude,
I'm
if I had
okay,
them,
because
if I
I'm
could, like-
overdue for it. But I never went out a single time and didn't find at least one snake.
That
Not a
road-
trip, not
road
even a
doesn't
road
disappoint.
cruise.
wow, that trip to Tallahassee must have really
We didn't get
fucked you up.
We didn't get skunked. We found
tried.
snakes. We found snakes while we were there. It
tried.
didn't matter. We found snakes while we were there, and it counts.
Jeff, he'll put you on them, son.
Found a lot of snapping turtles.
He'll put you on them. Whatever you want to find.
I'll put you on copperheads. That I can, that I can do.
Dude, I live 30 minutes from copperheads, and I have not found a copperhead. I have not been within 10 feet of a copperhead in a decade.
That you know of.
That's
Wait.
kind of sad.
Can we go? To, can we
No,
go?
it's,
to
it's
Tinley
literally. I
and
live
look
on the edge of their range, and if I go that way, I find them. If I go the other way, I find maybe the other thing I want, and so I go the other way. And as such, I hiked up a copperhead the last time I went to go look for one, which was a decade ago.
at- No,
30
no.
minutes that way. But I feel like a douchebag for not going and finding a copperhead every year.
I mean, look. I mean, the camouflage is pretty fucking good. You know,
It's real easy when they're on blacktop.
No, I'm saying, like, I live on the edge of, like, their known range. There's like a river, and like I could go there, or I could go like fruitlessly go pound sand in the A&F forever and ever and ever. And as such, I've just never seen a copperhead in the last.
the key
decade.
is to bring somebody with you that does not like snakes. They will find it immediately.
It's like taking
Um,
that person fishing that's never been fishing, and they're gonna think it's easy because they're gonna have a good time and be
Smitty,
like,
go
"Oh
fishing
man,
with
wow,
me.
we caught all these fish. This must be how it is every time."
Oh, wait, can we all go to Tinley and I can take you all to Snake Road and show you some secret spots? I feel like
Secret
It'd be
spot.
hell
Snake
of a
Road
trip.
isn't the secret spot, buddy.
well, not Snake
Only-
Road, but
only if
like,
I could-
Secret spots
well, like-
on Snake Road.
What is this Snake
Well, like
Road you speak of?
but
Only if I could
like
give
the-
Mike Pingleton
all
a
right,
hug when he's
all
not
right.
expecting it.
Yes.
the surrounding spots while we dodge the fishing game.
So that going to the people that are like, oh, another ringneck, like straight up, just go fuck yourself.
Exact. Yep.
At this point, I've got a fucking knee injury and a foot injury, and I can't go hike to Herb right
You're
now.
old as shit.
Yeah.
Ah!
I would lose my shit over a ringneck, especially because ours. I mean,
Yeah, because you got
You
regal
got cool
ring
ones, yeah.
Yeah, we
We've
have
got the
little
best
like
ones.
5-inch, still sexy, little 5-inch ring necks. Y'all have like the
Yeah,
nuts
those
one.
Regals are fucking badass, dude.
Regals are
honestly,
sick.
the Pacifics are my favorite.
That's a game
That
changer.
Perfect
for ring
OD
necks,
green
man.
with the orange belly. Like that's a
Ooh.
hard
Look,
snake
I-
to beat.
I know
that-
I'm
That sexy little flipped over tail,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ring neck photo, man.
Yup.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I know I'm beating a dead horse with this, but like Ambystoma is definitely my favorite group of salamanders. Marbles are probably my favorite salamanders, and like,
Word.
and Sanchez finding countless numbers locally to him. It's always, how do I phrase this? You always take for granted what you have locally.
It
You know what I
bothers
mean? I'm not saying that Sanchez does. I'm not, but like we always do, and we fangirl over stuff we can't have. But like,
We yearn
man,
for the exotic.
exactly. I would be taking dorsal pictures of every single one and just compiling, and I would probably
Like
have
Joran Spaybrook.
yeah, man, exactly. And just thinking like that. And so many people are I'm going down a rabbit hole on a soapbox. I'm sorry. But
Do it.
like Serg going and doing Thamnophis and 100 different red spots, and everyone was awesome, and he's got pictures. Like, we need more of that. Like, dirty
Throw a ruler
finding
down there and take a
yeah
top down.
yeah
whack.
absolutely.
Move
Even
on.
if it's like a little 3-inch ruler you keep on your keychain, like just everything. And like going back to Podfather, when we go out herping with him, I bought him this little like chest rig that like you can like put stuff in, like a little chest pouch thing, and he's got the ambient temp reader, he's got the temp gun, he's got the ambient
I was
hygrometer.
telling you should have put a THN logo on it. Just we had to wear
Yeah.
it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
But,
that's
like,
hilarious.
Just us doing more of that and seeing people do more of that, like it's fueling the fire, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think
dude.
the people that give you a hard time about finding the basic stuff, like to me, it's like, okay, well now I'm going to be even more excited and verbal about it,
Yeah.
and post it
Yeah.
online just to be more obnoxious about it because of
I mean,
that, you know?
y'all are literally talking to the dude that obsesses over every single rat snake he ever finds.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people turn their nose up to yellow rats, but I literally shit myself every single time I find one.
Yeah.
Like,
You should go to a doctor.
yeah. But
I think he
you know,
does it on
my
purpose.
my doctor is the blacktop, baby. Come on now.
It's like
Um,
it's like going
but
to
no,
time,
like,
and
that's
he
that's
plants his feet and goes for it.
Yeah. And then
we made a joke about not finding a gray rat with Harry. That was literally pretty, like, other than seeing Harry was the main reason I went there, because I love Harry and I wanted to see him.
We went to
but-
Culver's.
What a
I-
grave disappointment!
Oh,
that
I-
Culver's.
Just
I
have
wanted to find a gray rat more than any other snake there. I'll tell you that.
I bet there's
straight
one
up,
within
buddy.
like 10 feet of me in my carport right now.
Shut up. There's
Shut
one
up.
within 12 inches of me right
Yeah.
now.
Did it come from my mom's yard?
Wow.
No, but they just I love rat snakes so much, but they are one of the most looked over snakes in general. And I tell you one thing, I couldn't give a shit less what anybody thinks about them.
Well,
Because
so
and then to
You'll-
go off
you,
of
you
there's a-
will never take that away from me.
Yeah,
I
and
well,
don't.
there's a question that you guys ask on Flippin' 10, and it might be one of the first ones. It's, hey, were you a keeper first or were you a field herper first?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was a keeper first, and not only was I a keeper first, but I thought I was going to be the next, Brian Barczyk or one of the dudes going to make $1 million on super morphs and flipping and wheeling and dealing, being the Ric Flair of ball pythons and shit. Let me tell you how that worked out. Yeah, it didn't. And
you didn't
it was
woo hard enough.
I wooed, and it's fine. I need preparation H. It's fine. So you start with, or I started with, if it's not a morph of something, if it's not albino, chocolate, whatever it is, then it didn't make any never mind to me. And then it wasn't until here lately where I couldn't give two shits about any morph of just about any kind. That doesn't mean that if there's something cool that someone has made, I don't appreciate it for what it is. Right on, man. Good for you. I think it looks cool. But it's the natural, the natural phenotypes that do it for me. I've come full circle with the, give me the old, dirty, nasty stuff. And,
Angel boy.
dude, I'm telling you, And there's a reason that the old dudes who wrote the books that I now collect, they're like, hey, we had those options back then, but now this is why I'm writing the books on this stuff. Like they were right,
Yeah.
you know, and not to mention, not to go back to books too much, but to let the younger kids or the younger generation know bioactive isn't a brand new thing. We didn't just invent that. Those dudes were doing that shit in the 40s.
Say it louder for
Like,
the people.
they
in the
had-
I
back.
used to scoop dirt up and put salamanders and toads in it and like create water features when I
Yeah,
was
it's-
like 8, man, and it seemed to work. I mean, I obviously I don't
Yep.
have those animals today, so but I would imagine it did.
Yeah.
Well, never mind that, just throwing a handful of
Hey.
Amazonian isopods in a gray rat snake enclosure does not bioactive make, but we're not gonna toe that line.
You shut your
um,
whore mouth.
Alternately,
Yeah,
don't you ever shut your whore mouth.
I got you, baby. Don't
And
you
to
worry
kinda-
about it.
And to kind of circle back, I mean, like, again, tooting Sanchez's horn a lot.
Gross.
He
Dude, it's
Ambystoma.
on anything once.
They were my first research subject in college. I went in wanting to study snakes, but they're like, "Oh, here's a salamander project instead." And I'm just like, "Ah, fuck." But
It's not sexy enough.
It seems like a
Yeah.
thing that happens to a lot of people, and they end up falling in love with salamanders.
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
that.
Ambystoma, I mean, like seeing his photos and everything, kind of like
Stockholm syndrome.
made me like go back. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this is what started my, albeit only like probably like 7-year long zoological career. And now I'm working biofarm, but like, yeah, those were absolutely like great. And now I'm just like, now I really want to go find as many as I can. And then second of all, Sky, put your hat back on. That's disrespectful, showing off all the hair.
Wow.
That luscious
Looks
mane.
like a homeless Dave Grohl.
But yeah, no.
Is Dave
Look
Grohl
like
not homeless?
All of us could pull your hair at the same
He
time.
lives in all of our
Go
hearts.
for it. It got hot here. I had to take my shit off for a second.
Yeah, it got hot. It got hot.
You still got
Really
one layer.
upset
You,
that the
you
hat
still got
made the
one
cut,
layer,
but the
Bubba.
shirt didn't.
Go ahead and whip that one off too.
I'll take it off.
What? I don't know if this was on the outline. What are some things y'all are looking forward to? Some aspirations.
seeing Sky's?
Seeing
buddy.
you guys at Daytona.
What?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I'm ready to
Um,
rub.
I'll be
polish
there, I
on
guess.
Nieserg's head.
What?
I'm ready to rub some polish on Nieserg's head.
I'm too tall for you.
I'll use Jake on
Sir.
all floors as a stool.
Every
Bold
one
of you to
us-
assume he doesn't like tall people.
Nieserg is shorter than me. Okay, that
I'm
was
5'9". I'm 5'9".
I'm 5'10", motherfucker.
I'm tall for Indian person.
Oh,
That was one thing you brought up, me being the youngest, but I'm not the shortest. So at least
Respect
there's
your
that.
elders.
Respect your elders.
That's okay,
Yeah,
man. I'm a
you-
meatball. I'm fine with it.
It's hard to respect people you literally look down at.
Damn.
So,
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh
the rest
my
of us will
God.
remember that, Jake.
All
My
right,
snakes would be
let's,
your
hey.
snakes.
let's go round robin. Harry, you wanna
actually,
kick it
they
off?
wouldn't.
Is that an okay? I don't mean to throw a wrench.
No,
out.
I like
Let's-
it. I like it.
We had too many departures.
We
Let's
need
do
to
this.
wrap. We need to start wrapping
Yeah.
this up anyway. So
Yeah.
this is a good wrap up.
Harry,
Got
what do you
44
got going for
hours.
2025,
Oh
baby?
God, I didn't expect to go first.
You got to go first, Bubba.
You kick
Asian rats and boas, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a lot of loose ends with king snakes, and I've got a lot of stuff that I am finally seeing come to fruition. With that, like I got some stuff I'm cooling right now that I'm gonna, give a good old whack at. But and a lot of the Montaigne stuff, it's gonna, take a few more years. But man, I'm remembering some of the things that I really got in this hobby for, and boas were one of the first things that really just like grabbed me when I was
Hell yeah.
a youngin' and getting into reptiles.
I thought that was your uncle.
Oh shit.
His name's
Old
Pitbull.
Uncle Boa,
oh my god!
as we called him.
Sorry, you left that door wide open.
Uncle Boa always said, "Let me give you a hug."
grab me in all the right ways. I'm fucking
You
dead.
scared off Sanchez.
Boa. Uncle Boa, was that you the whole time?
Oh Jesus!
I fucking
Ugh.
get with you guys.
He's texting me. What the hell? No. No, Asian rats and boas, man. Like
Oh my God.
just a little dabbling of each.
Asian rats.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah, everybody keeps shitting
All right,
on Harry. I love it.
Nisa, you're next, bud.
I keep them too. I can't eat like what?
Go fuck yourself.
Wait, so what was the exact question again?
Glad you're paying attention. What
I
do you
am.
like-
I am.
Things
what are you looking forward to in 2025?
Aspirations.
Yeah. So
Aspirations.
I'm really trying to at this point, I mean, like, as much as I love to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like Jake or Justin or Phil
Don't aspire
or
to be
any of
like
you
Jake.
guys, just be like, I want to be able to breed things. I'm just focusing on building on my collection again, growing things up. I'm not in a rush to breed. The world's already saturated with like boa constrictors and
Yeah,
high
Harry.
percentage mortality.
Shut up. Not my
So-
boa constrictors.
So I'm just
They're
like trying to.
special.
So I'm trying to like raise up mine and try to like knock the care down completely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like I used to keep them and care for them correctly before, but like now more so traveling to these places, taking photos, trying to like similar to Phil, except with a less artistic touch because I'm horrible at art. Just trying to like imitate their natural habitat. Or just like, yeah, I'll grow this up slowly, and hopefully in like 8 years, my Suriname will be able to breed or whatever. But just just trying to like get everything down correct because it's been a minute since I've kept adult large constrictors, and just nail down with the technology we have at hand, especially with like Arcadia and other brands, using technology at my disposal. Still waiting a long time for animal plastics. So that's why I'll be going with black box cages.
I was about to say maybe you should get from Black Box.
Yeah,
and you
that's why I'll be
wouldn't
going
have
for black. Yeah, that's why I'll be going with black box cages because just because I want the best for the animals as well as I want something to be able to be proud of and just be like, hey, these are their enclosures. And yeah,
You'll also get it before your firstborn turns 6.
yeah, for real though. I mean, maybe, yeah. Maybe there'll be a new hair growth treatment by then.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe you'll get it before you grow hair.
Yeah, I know, for real.
Damn.
Also, Tamnophis racing thing should be part of the Olympics. I feel like we should do that.
I would be.
If breakdancing can become an Olympic sport,
Yeah, exactly.
garter
Exactly.
catching can.
All right,
Rosa.
Mr. Pink.
So first off, getting as healed up as possible so I can get back and do some stuff in the field because I really miss being out there flipping logs over. You know, I'm 5 minutes away from San Francisco garter snakes, but I can't fucking go and walk that line back and forth and try and find the little bastards.
If you
It's gonna be
focus and buckle down and get to your water aerobics classes on time, like you're supposed to for your PT, then
It's so
you'll heal
hard.
up in time and get there.
I'm trying. I'm already down like 20 pounds at this point. I'm trying the rest of it.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, doing that, it's going to be theoretically, my biggest breeding year as far as planned pairings. And then, of course, getting to Daytona. But yeah, just kind of some basic hopes and dreams. I want to be able to get out and actually move around a little bit more. Come and see you guys. Try and trick some of you into coming out here. San Francisco garters. Like
You wouldn't have to
6
trick
I'm down.
salamanders.
You
down.
wouldn't have to
I know
You
you'll
have to have a little tricking going on to make that happen. Yeah.
Am I allowed to wear my Leonard Skinner t-shirt?
No.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
a fair question.
Who is that?
All right,
Shut
this
up.
has been
Shut
it
up,
for us
Lisa.
at THN.
All right.
I need to Google that.
Everybody, we'll see y'all next year.
All right. Dirty,
Oh.
what do you got? Oh,
no,
yeah.
I
Go,
forgot
go
about one
Rosa.
of the actual ones.
Yeah.
Having more than 6 Cornstars episodes this next year.
Nice.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
What
All
the
right,
hell?
nerds will take
Because
over.
we are
Chris doesn't
Corn
come
Stars
on.
episodes here at King
What's the
Snake
corn
Chronicle.
snake? I only know red rat snakes.
Oh god.
Yes. Yes.
Don't give props.
Bringing
to
it
that.
back.
You guys are a disease.
Bringing it back.
No, Jake
Red
needed
rat.
a bald beardy dude too, so now you're on
Red.
Jake's team.
Red rats. Neeserg's always been on my team.
Tell Jack to go play with some turtles.
Yeah, Jack.
Turtle
Choke
boy.
your chicken.
I didn't even acknowledge that.
All right. Dirty, what about you?
Wouldn't you like to know when?
Let's see. Really, I have nothing that's going to be breeding anytime soon. More or less, looking forward to seeing the fox snakes mature, which they're doing great. Shout out to Mike Kosicki. I almost fought him in the gazebo because I thought he bought the last ones.
Yeah. Kato.
No, we found him.
I would have punched him in his old hip because that's where you punch old people.
I feel like he's
then-
a sleeper. He probably like
You'd have his.
Oh,
his
no, no,
pocket
no.
pad
he'd probably
with-
put you down without you realizing. He'd be like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be here right now. Yep, no. Let's see. I would like to continue to be on team of room temp. So Russian rats are definitely something I've been looking at. What else? Get more information out there. I've been slacking on. I created a whole Facebook group club for my local area as far as what to look for and stuff, and forgot about it until there's been people posting on it telling me stuff they found in our area that I had no idea about. And, oh yeah, I forgot I did this. Oops. So
I seen you added me to that, even though I'm not even in your area. That was cool.
yeah, that's fine. I was probably drunk. That's fine. Then shit. Probably actually trying to buckle down and get some academic classes under my belt. I think I've matured enough to try college again, so we might give that the old shot.
The old
old
college try.
college try.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna go for a frat?
That's a terrible idea. That's not.
Alpha Beta,
I couldn't.
baby.
I'm a tri-land. I'm a lambda man myself. So, but no. Other than that, I said I'm not breeding anything. Expanding slightly. I'm pretty happy with how my room is the way it is. I'll be looking at yes, but really only because of the grow tents that I got put onto by that guy right there, and so I'll look more into grow tents. And I don't know shit about lighting. I know a number of y'all have done episodes with some of the VivTech folks, and I don't know shit about that. I'm stupid, so I should probably do my due diligence on that. But really, just again, I'm still playing catch up, and my teachers are all around this circle here. So I'm fucked.
That's
It's
good.
what it is. I'm not. It's not good.
If
Yeah.
you need Vivo Sun Grow 10 codes discounts, let me know. I used to be tapped in with the plant hobby, so I know some people get discounts on those. So
Okay. Got you, Mumbai Snoop Dogg. I got you.
Thanks for telling
Don't
us
you worry
now,
about it.
Lisa.
It's
I was
fine.
about to say you could have told Sky that months ago.
Yeah, you could have told me that before I spent $500 on pets.
you don't have to. Yeah.
That's all I got. I appreciate it. So who's next? I think
Sky.
is that
Sky,
guy?
you're up.
Sky's next.
Definitely want to just lighten the personal collection this year and make time for more herping and more stuff for flipping tin and just seeing more friends and getting back across the country and seeing some family and stuff more and
Yeah.
just appreciating the people in life rather than being stuck in my house with all these reptiles. As fun as it is at times, want to get back out into the sticks in the bush.
Maybe actually come see your old pal buddy Jake.
Yeah, I want to be able to go see all my friends and go
I
see
wanna
what
go
they got going on and
Fishing with
herp
Jake
their
up
areas.
there.
Huh?
I want to go fishing with Jake up there. Hell, man! Like, an addendum to mine. I want to come up there and go fishing in South Carolina. Y'all got redfish.
One of my best friends is literally a charter captain. So
Two after that, if someone could teach me how to go fishing,
come when
I'll
Harry
pay
does.
We're gonna have to. You have to figure out who Leonard
It
Skinner
requires
just started before we do
it
that.
requires very little teaching. You just go and
I'm
pick
you do
excited.
realize my people my people are vegetarian, so I know how to spear fruit. That's about it.
Holy shit.
just
I'm-
pretend. Just
I'm
pretend
gonna
they're
put
fruit.
together. I'm gonna put together an Instagram reel of me with a spinner reel, just showing Nisarg how to cast a
Are
spinner.
you gonna
reel.
hold it upside down?
Knowing my
Yeah.
luck, the hook will latch onto my own skin.
Yeah, we all been there.
That's a natural
people
part
are
of
that.
fishing.
Yeah.
Sky, please continue.
Yes,
Sorry.
please.
That was kind of all I had, man.
All right.
Fucking more time for herping and more time for seeing the boys and the family and the friends, man.
Yeah.
And just getting out in the country some more.
Hell yeah.
Love it. For me, similar to Sky, I don't plan on slimming the collection much. There's a few things I gotta get out, but luckily I only keep snakes, so I can leave for a week and be okay.
You better not
But-
get rid of
Nope.
any Pitophis.
No. But definitely doing more herping outside of the southeast. At least one trip. I'm trying to go out. I think me and Sky are trying to plan a trip out west this year.
Oh shit.
That's probably my biggest goal for 2025 is to herp Arizona.
Yeah, keep me in the loop on that.
Yeah, I got you. That's my personal biggest goal this year is to herp, at least Arizona or West Texas. Shout out Phil. One or the other. Hoping for Arizona. That's the goal. We kind of got some things in motion. Me, Sky, and Gabe are talking about a real long road trip, possibly. So that's definitely the biggest goal of 2025, and then just more local herping. And then I hate to point out Harry here, but I'm really excited about raising up all the Lamberpeltis I acquired this year.
Yeah.
So that's just something
Why do
I'm
you have to point me out.
because
say
you're
that-
the reason I ruined my life. Okay.
Wow.
Jesus.
To add to
Ruined
Jake's
your
point,
life.
I'm well, not to add. I'm gonna be down in Arizona a couple of weeks next year too, herping.
Nice.
I was down there tarantuling, so hopefully our paths could cross sometime. I'm not sure when
Tarantula.
you'll be down there. Yeah, I mean,
Spidering.
there's some new species down there that are interesting.
Spooterin.
So,
Spooterin.
The land of the Chronopelma.
yeah,
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to raising the lamps I have. I'm nowhere near breeding anything, but I added several Lamberpeltis this year. I got Florida Kings. I have a Cali King from Mexico, weirdly. And then
It's not a Cali King.
It is.
It's a
Yeah.
conjuncta.
It's a
Petula sock.
It's Mex
Douchebag.
Mex.
It's a fucking conjuncta.
It's a conjuncta. Chris
got
said they were a
Conjunct too.
Chris said they were a locality of Cali King. All right, I don't
He
know.
got the
I don't
Whatever.
know, man.
Whatever that thing is, and
I have
then-
lots of Cali Kings, and I have a pair of conjuncta, and they
Those
seem
conjuncta are
different to
fucking
me.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Maybe I
absolutely.
ascribe that difference. but
Absolutely. But
don't know.
I this year alone, I got Desert Kings, Florida Kings, the Conjuncta, Milk Snakes, and Mole Kings.
Moles.
So I'm just very excited to watch those grow. I don't plan on expanding a whole lot more, maybe another locality or two or Florida King. And whenever
Well,
Harry whenever Harry gets around to producing some stuff. Yeah.
I got a few
hell
things
yeah.
going.
Shallow jab at Harry, but
Well, we'll see.
very excited. Everybody kind of knows I went through a very rough patch in life a couple years ago, and every year it's just gotten better
Hell
Like,
yeah.
as far as
Oh yeah.
the hobby and herping and everything goes, and I plan to just keep it going forward.
It's
You know,
amazing what
every
removing parasites will do.
and it's crazy, man. You know, but things have slowly just gotten better every single year, and I don't plan on stopping. So 2024, like I said, was one of the best years of my life, without a doubt. And
All gas, no brakes, baby.
I plan to do even more in 2025. So
Excellent.
Phil,
Oh geez. Well, definitely gonna keep decking out vivariums as much as I can, and just gotta keep at it and not procrastinate and not have too many side projects.
Yep.
Just focus. Herping wise, I gotta hit Florida harder, man. You know, I gotta leave my area more. You know,
I love you, Phil, but you really do.
I really do. And
You
like
really do.
I
You have a
basically
I'm only 1,000 miles away from you, Phil.
yeah, exactly. There's just
Fellow
so much,
Floridian.
yeah, there's
Short
exactly
9-hour drive.
yeah. Isn't that crazy how there's 3 Floridians on this group right now, and
That
all
li-
of us are hours away from each other.
I'm
It's
closer to Sky and Harry
Probably.
than Phil is. I'm pretty
Florida
sure.
might as
Yeah.
well be a different country.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
well, it's south of. Never mind. So I definitely I want to hit the Keys because everything there is endemic, and I want to not focus on snakes. I want to focus on amphibians and everything else. Because I know
Come
that
on up
the
here and
snakes-
get temperate, brother.
I know, and that's the thing. I gotta get them amphibians. There's just so many freaking salamanders, Jesus. And what's crazy is, according to iNaturalist, there are several spots for eastern newts within an hour's drive of me. They're uglier than sin, eastern newts, but
Hey, put some
Still
respect on
counts.
their name.
yeah,
Go
but
to Thalamus, they're beautiful.
okay. And from what I gather, they're not even good looking efts. They're like brown efts.
I don't know,
Um,
dude. I can find some pretty bright orange F's up by me.
Yeah, but where I'm talking about is like 5 hours south of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, definitely want to hit Florida harder. And then my real goal is I'm finally going to get off this continent. So I've never left the
Oh.
continent, so I'm going to definitely try and do that this year. Haven't really
You
made
go to Canada?
decisions yet. No, it's still the continent, pal.
He's going to see.
The funny thing about continent,
Hell yeah, he is.
Maybe, or I'm trying to have Nipper meet me.
I figured y'all would be linking up somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully. But I'm thinking
Going for that
Mediterranean.
Vipera Barris.
Yeah, right. But and then that's it for
man.
my prospects for 2025. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good year.
Bringing up that, let's give a quick shout out to Nipper.
Yeah, of course.
What a freaking legend.
Legit.
emasculating me from another continent.
Yes.
Yep.
I
He
asked him a
does-
question and he ignored me.
Oh God.
Smitty,
All right, Smitty.
He's too good for us little people.
he is. He is.
I mean, let's see. Rhinos.
Rhino
Barf.
Army.
That's gonna be I've decided that's the one species that it's like I gotta breed those every year. Like I gotta make more of them. And
Why
I
don't
gotta
you write a book on it, Smitty?
You're
I've
doing
already
a
written a book.
real damn good job of
my
breeding
head.
them every year. It seems like, man.
We'll see. Continuing the Smitty Rhino Foundation, which gives away at least one rhino every year to one lucky child.
Hey,
One lucky
considering my daughter was the official recipient of the one 2 years ago, am I still on the board, or do I have to actually
No.
resubmit my
You
application?
only get one.
One
Fine.
middle-aged man in need.
Fine.
You have to have
per
another child.
One per household.
Yeah, it's like terrapins in Florida.
I'm considering doing like one per clutch, so that if I have multiple clutches, I can give away more than just one.
It pains
Rose
me
is
to only own one rhino rat snake because
I
that
mean,
thing
we
is
can
so
fix
much
that.
fun.
Yeah, just get another one.
No, I know. I have a lot of things that I have like
Guys
random
got that
one-off
chondro I
stuff.
want. Like I gotta sell like 4 rhinos to get that chondro.
Smitty's
One
like the guy.
rhino, I have one boa, and it bothers me to no end daily.
Oh, wait, Smitty, are you a fan of locality green street pythons or designer?
Yes,
They're all
All of
awesome. They're all
Yes.
cool.
Smitty's
of
like the guy from Holes that's like, I can fix that.
I can fix that. Damn right. With my cart full of onions.
Fudge flavored onions.
I am a cart full of onions.
Yeah, so rhinos, and then spending like getting serious this coming year about the Jansen eye, and I think talking to Jared Carmichael a bit, he's noticed a major uptick in his oxys producing when he ups food and ups the misting. So I'm gonna go that route, which was the route that was originally the plan. But he's definitely like, dude, he's like, I'm seeing results like in no time. He's like, I think that's what you got to do. So I think that's what we're gonna go with.
Herping with Harry.
Tarantulas.
I was about to say,
I
you didn't bring up any herping goals, man. Everybody else.
I
did.
got some. I'm getting there. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Don't rush the man, Jake.
Tarantula wise, I would like to try breeding at least something. I don't know what as far as that's going to be,
Ooh.
and might be something simple, might be something more intricate like the Bacillotharia or something. I don't know yet, because I also haven't told Katie that that's one of my goals. So we have to cross that bridge first.
Watch this.
It's fine.
She will. I'm sure she'll, if she's not listening right now. But I don't know. I have some the really sort of basic species and stuff right now, but I've actually really been enjoying those. So maybe that's what I end up trying my hand at first. Who knows? But herping goals wise, I really was gunning for Diamondbacks this year and didn't.
It's gonna happen next year.
Yeah, so this
come
coming season, I want to make that happen. And as always, corals. There's people posting in the Snake ID groups for South Carolina right now. They're seeing corals. Like, it's insane. They're
Should recheck that tree hole.
Yeah.
Justin,
man.
we actually, Justin, we need to wait for a semi-warm, very sunny day and go back out to the sandhills.
Yeah.
Legit.
Wait
Yeah.
for a weekend and come to Tallahassee and raise Cain
That's
I'm
going
down
to
for that.
happen.
with your boy.
That's already on the 2025 gauntlet.
We got to
I'm
get
sure.
White Oaks
On
this
the
year.
docket.
Yeah.
I want to get down there to get me some scorpions, man.
Dude, I want to do that too, man. Like, I bought all the shit to like go out and collect scorpions, and guess who never did that? Harry. Like, I got so excited. Like, you were like, "Oh, we actually have a couple species here," and I was like, "You're shitting me, right?" Like, and I got
No,
super
man.
into it, and then never did it at all. Like,
We got to fix that.
I keep my cigars in the box that I
can
bought
fix
for
that.
scorpions, which is now empty.
And then going
Thanks
back
to
to
this evening.
to breeding stuff, the Persimmon are supposed to go this year too. This coming
Yeah.
year. That's going to be interesting because if those babies are anything like their parents, it's going to suck.
I would actually, if you get those to go, I would actually be interested in those babies. I'm not gonna lie.
They're so bad. They're so
Focus
terrible.
on getting Hog Islands first, Jake. Focus.
Dude, don't even start. Fuck.
And then
Boas
our
nice.
our buddy John Calloway, right down the river from us, he's got another gravid Candoya, and I was at his house actually over the weekend.
False
No,
Aspera.
maybe they're pulsing eye.
Ugh.
I'm struggling for some
I
reason.
think
but
he's got the really small ones.
they're pretty small,
the
but he got a
solid
small
ones.
litter out of one female, and he's got a couple babies from that left, and then that same female's grab it again. So I may see if he's willing to let me try my hand at a couple of those babies. We'll see, but maybe overpower Katie on the tortoise situation and see if I can make it happen. Because I was also at John's and he still has a ton of redfoots. He's like, dude, look, this one's 3 years old and it's only this big. Like,
Yeah.
They really don't get that big.
they don't.
So is the
you're
shoebox.
good size, man. Like, and you live in the Southeast, like, it's not like it's going to be like in a box in your house the whole time.
It's not the tortoise per se that is the hurdle. It is just the fact that it's another thing.
The principle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hurdling principles is way harder than hurdling actual parameters.
Yeah. So I got a lot of
As a married man.
battles to fight there between tarantulas and tortoises. So, but
I got you on the track.
If you weren't so stacked up on tarantulas, you could probably swing a tortoise.
To be fair, you could keep like a couple hundred tarantulas for the same cost and
dude,
yeah, but
yeah,
enjoyment
What
ratio.
do you mean?
You gotta.
I'm sorry you keep Gatula, which are not as enjoyable as any invertebrate out there.
What are you talking about? If you enjoy a horrible creatures,
All right, we're gonna start fighting soon, and
I will scream.
Lastly, rough scaled sand boas. I still have my group.
Yeah,
I would like to get it.
Dude, those things are
maybe
so
another
cool.
one or two of them. I have that adult male. If I can hunt down an adult female,
I went to
price, I'd be interested in, and maybe
I
making
went to
those
a pet shop in Gainesville. Like I made like an hour and a half drive just to pick up like a random
King snake?
non-locality Brooks
Ew.
female.
Wow.
Because I needed one, and they had a whole rack of fucking those sand boas, those rough scales, and I was like, oh my god, Smitty would shit. And I sent you a picture of the front of the rack. I didn't even ask him about them because like I was not there for that. But
Justin's like, why
those
is he
things are
sending me pictures of
sweet, dude.
sand?
Those things are really cool.
They're really awesome, and I'm one of the first guests that we're gonna have back in the new year for Snakes and Stogies is going to be the gentleman that runs Boa Erix on Morph Market and Instagram. He does a lot of rough scale stuff.
That's cool.
He kept venomous at 1.2. I met him at Daytona. We had talked a little bit, and we tried to schedule him 3 or 4 times leading up to now, and then just the schedules just weren't working. So I was like, let's aim for, I think, like January 7th or something like that. I got to look at the calendar again, but he's down. We're going to make that happen. So there needs to be more information out there on rough scaleds in particular. So I'm anxious to make that episode happen. So
Jake, the minute you just shook your hair out like that, I heard My Chemical Romance.
Oh, dude, you don't
Cause
even know.
night will be the night, and I will cry for you.
Or just any of that Screamo people stuff.
Oh,
Right
shit.
All right, Pierce the Veil looking ass.
Oh, God.
my Mountain Dew.
On that note, this has been our 2024 closing out episode of the Herpetoculture Network.
We're so sorry, everybody.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
If
Dirty
you've made it this far-
Sanchez.
I don't apologize. For
Congratulations.
anything.
I've continuously watched our live viewer number go down like
Slowly.
every couple minutes. Yeah.
Dwindle.
So if you're still with us, thank you.
It's
You're
just
as
us.
crazy as we are. Yeah.
Big shout out to Dirty Sanchez right here in the
Yeah.
middle, man.
I
for
appreciate it, y'all.
beautiful
I
man.
appreciate it.
Bald
Phil,
people
Phil,
unite.
can you describe him how you did in the chat for us, please?
In the chat. What?
I don't remember how you said it, but
Yeah,
You
let me
did
look
put it
back.
succinctly. Yeah, pull that up.
I'm gonna
Sky,
pull it
is your award handy? Can you show Sanchez what his is going to look like? The answer is supposed to be, yeah, I've got it right here on my mantle.
Oh, he just went for it. He didn't
did.
bother with
He's probably
frivolities.
digging it out of the bottom of his closet.
What is all this stuff about Modelo?
I've had it duct
Look
taped
at
to
his
my
sock
TV.
drawer.
Duct tape to your TV.
Yeah.
If you scan the QR code that's reflecting off of that thing, it'll take you to Sanchez.
That's
Brazzers.
That'll take you to
Oh,
a really
no.
fucked up site.
Browsers isn't fucked up. It's quality adult literature. It's fine.
It's free for Black Friday.
We're all so
So
sorry.
that's,
We love
that's
you
been
all.
ordered. I don't know when it's going to get made and shipped out, but it's been.
It's all good.
If you see a package coming from, I think they're up near Charleston or Somerville.
Don't
'cause
open it
they're
around
made-
women or children.
They're made here in South Carolina. It's the same person I've been buying from off Etsy for the last 3 or 4 years that we've been doing this, and she does a great job. So
Much obliged and appreciate it, fellas. Much love, hugs and kisses all the way around.
I vaguely remember this being a little lengthier, but I think it was he's brought joy and morale to all of us in our community, legitimately. His write-ups, his photos, just being present in our small wing of the community, a gentle sexual giant.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
A gentle
That's the term-
sexual.
That's the term that
Gentle
I was
sexual
looking for.
giant.
Gentle
He'll purr in your ear as he scratches his beard down your back.
Drop the beard care routine.
Drop the beard care.
you saw the root drink. That's what helps us have healthy follicles.
That's the secret.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fucking
It
witch's
is.
brew, and that's why it's growing like that.
All right, I'll be the grown up. Thank you everyone for listening. Herpetoculture Network, everywhere podcasts are found: YouTube, Apple, Google, Spotify, Pandora, you name it, we're there. Thank you to Black Box Cages, Fulvius Apparel, Cold Blooded Caffeine, Steve Snake Shueri. Who am I forgetting?
Silent Hill Reptile.
Silent Hill. Sorry, guys. Thank you all for a wonderful year, and I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone, but
Here's to many more.
here's to many more. Here's to 2025. Let's rock and roll.
Cheers,
Absolutely.
boys.
Cheers,
Yeah.
fellas.
Tank.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
I was gonna say, I'm waiting for Phil. We gotta have
There it
Phil
is.
send off.
There it is.
Sorry if I just fucked up the bye.